Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday at SHOT Show. We survived. Yes, I did wander the SHOT Show floor and do interviews with real people and professional companies in this shirt and got lots of mean, nasty looks from brown people. But we don't care because we're based. Now, sorry for being 10 minutes late, although you shouldn't be mad because I quite literally, oh my gosh, I stopped by the Geisley booth today, okay, and they gave me
Dude, it's got to
500.
It's got to be like 400 to 500.
400 to 500, because I spent the last hour typing in individual coupon codes to every single person who DM'd me on Instagram, Discord, and Gmail. Every single one of them got a code. There is a garbage can next to me full of them right now, and I still have this many left. Okay, all right, rolling it, dude. I was stuffing stacks of this stuff.
Can you put both of those codes next to each side of the ear and look right at the camera?
Okay, that should be a good. Right,
Dude,
that good?
That's like easily like tens of millions of dollars.
Actually, I want to know how much money I've saved individuals, because I like 200 codes. Even if it's just buying one thing, like a handguard for like $200, like you're still saving like 60, $70 a piece.
Let me go on G Money's site and like let me find the.
Well, just don't. Yeah, if you're buying like a GFR or something like that, and you're saving like, you know, 4 figures, like that's a lot. And I spent an hour doing that before the stream. So we got back at like 4 today after having dinner with Steven, which was really nice, and then did all this. So today we had actually some really good stops. It was really fun. People are closing down, hanging out with people. We met T97 Thought in person. A very nice young lady, her and her husband. It was very nice. She was actually much nicer in person than she is online, much less spazzy. So that was actually a very pleasant conversation. Actually, the first pleasant interaction with her ever. Who else do we see today? Cody Fred right hand, hung out with him for a minute.
I saw Cody again. We saw Compulsive.
Oh yeah, Compulsive and his whole family. Everybody, all those guys was good. Hung out with Zarmot, Right Out Arsenal. FRT P90, which was funny. They were nice. We wanted to recreate the meme photo of the whale, but they were trying not to aggravate it, because Lawrence was actually, relatively cordial with them, so they didn't want to aggravate him anymore, which is totally understandable. Very fine. So we didn't recreate that photo with Arrow. Would have been funny though.
That would have been hilarious. So this I can't. Well, that you see that?
Yeah.
That's what the MRGG is with the code.
What is it before?
66300.
Whoa, that's
you're saving like
two
big ones.
Two big ones.
That's insane. And
on
like,
the MRGGs.
It's any G Money product on their site, but right now it is out of stock. So if you want something,
somebody says Tay had a flight at
12.
Well, he left at 12, but it was like 2 o'clock. So he should be home in about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll send him a text message, make sure he gets home okay, because he's heading back into a snowstorm in North Carolina. So make sure he's doing good. And then we're both out of here tomorrow. Where else did we stop today? Zarmont, Right Out.
The Dragon?
Right Out Dragon, Right Out Arsenal. Yeah, Right Out Arsenal. Well, so the point being why I have so many of these codes, first off, thank you to Jason and Brandon. Well, Brandon mostly, but Jason and Brandon, who we will be dealing more with in the future, I am sure. But I literally have a lot of codes left. And I even saved some for personal use or personal friends to give out in the future. So if you need one, you can continue to message me, email, Instagram, Discord, all that fun stuff. I will eventually get back to you. I'm going to be traveling the next day, so I'm not going to be sitting at this computer for like 4 hours typing in numbers.
They're saying your phone is on. They can hear it.
Well, they can probably feel when actually my bad, because it's birding through. My bad. Okay.
We stopped.
It's actually not stopping.
It's not new, but we stopped it by B&T because like barely anybody can afford their product, especially the 5.56 rifle.
Mm-hmm.
It is a rifle of all time, I will say, because that's
you
remember that, the plastic lower.
Yeah, so plastic lower, plastic safety, plastic trigger, and like 3K. Yeah, apologies for the vibrations coming through the metal water bottle into my high-tech insulated microphone holder.
High-tech,
yeah, it's super high-tech. Sorry about that, but yeah, no, it's supposed to be minus 15 in SD last night. So just send pics, bro. It's not faster. It is not faster to pull up my phone because I literally have the code, my nice keyboard right here, and then the play. So it's tap, 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 click, tap, 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 click. It's just like that.
You guys are lucky. He's
It's super
sending you
fast.
like typed out codes. I'm just taking.
He's sending pictures, dude.
Yeah, fuck you.
And if I mistype one, don't worry. I have plenty of not duplicates, but additional ones to send out. So
who
fine.
else did we
How
see?
where are you?
Negative 50.
Armorite boy, that you're negative 51. Is that even humanly possible?
This dude's in fucking Alaska.
He has to be.
He has to be Alaska, or like he's like. Well, he's got a firearm in his picture. So.
Steven, I played blackjack. I won $40 on blackjack, $20 on blackjack,
yep.
And you lost 60. So
yeah,
watch that.
So I actually called somebody.
No
in
way.
A Discord server
No way.
Oh wow.
In Wisconsin.
Holy hell.
Wow, that's not that. That's a couple states over. That's wild.
Thinking about the gambling, you know those two scopes that I acquired at that store?
Mm-hmm.
They're pieces of shit.
Of course they are.
I was hoping that they'd be semi decent.
Bargain bin, old ancient scope thing.
Simmons.
They were like 5-0 each, and it was like
Eagle Eye Optics. And I was like, I don't know what this is. And someone's like, yeah, it's like $100 scope. And I was like, I'll throw a 6-24 on a 1022.
Mm-hmm.
I should throw it on like the VSS 1022 as a joke
because it's funny.
Well, the whole thing is a joke, but still.
Yeah. Oh, actually, before we get into, we'll start out with the booze. We'll start out with the booze because it is SHOT Show, and then we'll get into Better Way 2A being Jonathan Rosenberg being gay, and then actually we'll start out with a couple funny things. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Miku. Thank you, Crazy Miku. I appreciate you very much.
Polly B is
dude. I hope that doesn't get that. I hope that doesn't take that.
Polly B is
get the stream taken down. Polly B is very gay, dude. Real. How do I share things again? My brain.
You're the streamer, bro.
Dude, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep a night every night.
The NFA Reddit is hating on you guys right now. No way.
Dude, I certainly hope so.
The NFA Reddit.
Well, they were so mad at that video we made on Focus Clips because I told Richard to clip that immediately and put that on the second channel, which he did. So thank you for doing that, Richard, by the way, if you watch this later.
The ambient one?
The ambient one, yeah.
Dude.
So, yeah, because they should be upset because they're all retards. And so when they're retards and their boy, makes a hype piece video, not a hit piece, a hype piece video on one of these products. And then it's like, oh, yeah, that's just simply not possible. Like, an engineer for one of the most popular suppressor manufacturers out there is like, yeah, this stuff is nonsense. And I have actual other suppressor manufacturers reaching out and being like, yeah, this guy, like the claims can't be true.
Thank you they're literally thanking us for talking shit on this guy.
So,
and that says, oh, there we are, baby.
Cry harder.
127 comments, 54 upvotes, even for the Reddit fags. Like that's a bad outlook.
Yeah. Remember, we're not supposed to say slurs before 2 hours, but it's not a big deal. I just don't want the stream to get taken down. Okay, demonetization is fine. Stream getting taken down, not so fine.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'll be quiet.
Oh shoot, I might have forgotten to take down the other one. I think I might be up on the second channel live. I'm actually going to unlist that real fast. So if this gets taken down, we can try it again on the second channel. Give me 1 second, guys.
Man,
What's up?
It just makes me realize like how many suppressor companies just propped up since the NFA like kind of got away with they did away with the $200 tax stamp because of that bill. But like, oh my gosh, I am seeing so many different companies that like we pass through that I'm recognizing their booth, but like it's like, oh my gosh, there's a ton. Yeah, literally year of the can.
Yeah,
year of the horse, year of the can.
Year of the can. We talked about this. Year before was the year of the.
Dude, I don't even remember. Yeah, we talked about it before. Year before was
the can.
Else.
It was the
something, but then year of the tactical lever action.
Tactical lever action was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
FRTs maybe was 1 year. Of course, everybody that got a code, thank you much. If you still need a code, just message me. I have a lot.
Someone said we need to clone CAC suppressors.
No, they look cool. That's about it, though. Right?
They look very good, but it's like, man, they're bad.
Well, I mean, he specifically does there. Aaron says for clone builds. So if for that application, if that's what you really want.
Maybe.
All right, let's see. Well, first up, we'll just start with this one because it's novel, and I actually think it's improved.
Oh, someone said last year was the year of the laser. I could see that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
year of the lamb.
Year of the lamb.
Year of the can. That was what it was because they all rhyme.
Yeah,
that's right.
We talked about that with James.
With the cool homies.
I'm
glad they had a good shot show. Also, dude, I wish James had recorded their interaction. Dude, you guys think I'm tiny here, but I'm straight up mogging some of these fools, dude.
Well, he's also
no, he's like 6 foot.
Well, I was gonna say he's like 6'5", but
oh yeah, I mean I think he's
underplay yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give people the false impression, but dude, like, I know the meme is that I'm a tiny human being, but no, I like straight up mog like half the people at SHOT Show. Not even joking. Not even joking, dude. This is Armory of Kings, which also had the FRT P90 or the P90 FRT 3 position, which I thought was cool.
That was Kino.
Yeah, very billet. So it actually maintains the old style or the traditional style of the fully fun systems.
The giggle switch.
Right. So where if you are in FRT mode and you half pull the trigger, you get one shot. If you fully pull the trigger, you get maximum semi-auto, right? In the semi mode, it's just one stage. I actually thought the trigger was good.
The trigger was really good, but more importantly, someone asked, is Hop really 6'7", and then Chud immediately says 6'7".
6'7", 6'7".
But
Hop is not quite 6'7".
What I liked about it is that it broke really well because some of these FRT guys, and someone said so an og, kind of an og, yeah, literally.
So an og. Well, no, but the trigger is actually like deep. Like it was like 4.5, 5 pounds. You know, creepy and it's fun.
Also, and this is another weird creature comfort, kind of like the Sons of Liberty gun works, like textured handguard. The switch was
nice. Like there are a few things that make me happy. It's like a safety that just is.
It works.
It just
works.
Nice.
It doesn't get hung up.
Good detent.
It doesn't stop at like the 70 degree when you're trying to flip it up. Like it's
100%.
Incredibly nice. They also had the Scar one too, but they weren't demoing that one. I don't know if that one's old. It might be old. I've never seen a Scar Swit or a Scar FRT.
A Scar Blicky.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody owns a Scar. And if they do, they don't put an optic on it. So
let me see if I can have a better image of this. Probably right here. No, it's probably the next one.
The company's really cool, but that was the same company that we were also trying to recreate the Lawrence DeMonico fiasco, which that is a whole can of worms because they even talked to us about it. Because we were like, hey, we saw the pictures, like we were just talking about it. I don't know if we can really talk about it here. I don't think we should, personally.
That's fine.
But the booth was bigger than I thought it was going to be. And they had 2 P90 demos, which is...
Yes. The booth looked smaller at certain points of time.
There's a famous picture floating around that may or may not be photoshopped, but the booth looks really tiny in that photo. Dude, I need that guy to get on Ozempic. Just
real.
For life's sake.
Real. Well, yeah. So that guy was actually the ABCIP LLC lawyer. But yeah, you can see it has the A position, the 1 position, which is locked out. So it just only allows the half trigger pull for the singles. And then, of course, safe.
And it's great.
It's a nice selector. Actually ergonomic. I was like, this is actually really easy to do.
It's not ergonomic because the chassis sucks.
Well, the chassis sucks, but the safety itself is like it's literally just right there, so you don't even need to move, and you got everything.
Someone said I wouldn't buy an FN product. I don't know. FN makes
this is if you have one, right? Because if you have one, you can use this system to improve your performance or give you some additional capability. You know, acquiring a package for 14 hundo.
I don't know how much a PS90 or even a P90.
Well, we saw one on the shelf used for 12.
At the
gun store. At the gun store.
I wasn't looking at that.
Okay, so like north of 1K for sure.
But here's the thing:
if you have one, this can make it more fun.
This makes the P90 usable.
Well, it makes it do its thing, right? The thing that a P90 should do is this. right?
Oh yes, Modern Frontier Project says Scar FRTs exist, but they require aftermarket lowers. So he did have
Yeah.
aftermarket
They
lowers
do
there.
have that there.
We
Yep.
should have probably snagged a picture of
I
that.
do have it.
Oh, you do have a
Yeah.
picture of it?
I was like the
Yeah.
first thing I took a video of was that stuff because they have like the nice lowers because the lowers on a Scar not serialized, right? Not the serialized component.
It's the upper right, the entire upper receiver. I don't know where it is.
That chunk of let me see if I can get it.
Is it like an HK handgun where it's like underneath the lower rail? No, it can't be because you can take those off.
Well, no, so it's the entire upper receiver. It's the aluminum extrusion on the upper receiver.
I was asking where it's like where the numbers are printed at.
I don't know.
17. I have no clue.
I don't know exactly where they're printed, but
yeah.
this is what it is. So they have they had before FN, sorry, fixed the Scar. They already did because they offered the 2-piece bolt or the lightened hydraulic buffer, and then they have the aftermarket lower, which you see there.
Yep.
They have the FRT. They have all of the stuff, right, for the Scar. So what was it? Armory of Kings is the one. So they have a lot of these parts for the Scar and now for the P90. So they kind of do the full gambit of FN products, right?
Yeah, I kind of hope they kind of stay with the FN ecosystem because the FN ecosystem is kind of strange when it comes to the aftermarket stuff.
Yeah, it is. Again, it'd be like the Bushmaster ACR aftermarket if the Bushmaster ACR had contracts, because that rifle, that gun would still exist if they had contracts, but it doesn't. So, okay, well that was the P90 FRT stuff, but now let's talk about Bad Dragon. No, sorry, Rideout Arsenal Dragon, which I thought was very cool. So, oh, actually, I should mention, I forgot, we ran into PSR at the Rideout Arsenal Dragon.
Well, PSR and Classic Firearms.
Yeah, and Classic Firearm guys, they came up and said hi. Very nice of them to do so. So this is the Rideout Arsenal Dragon. This one here is featured with their prototype suppressor. They have a very unique tri-lug attachment system.
I fuck with it.
It's really good. So the entire thing is a little retention tab on a tri-lug.
Who's taller? You're PSR.
I do mog PSR as well. I do, and he's like 6 foot easy. So I easily mog PSR at my height. So PSR mentioned directly after Bad Dragon. True. So yeah, it's their proprietary suppressor that matches up super nice. They also had them with other regular suppressors, and because it is a fixed barrel design, no booster needed, no attachments. It just literally goes, you rotate, it locks in place, and that's it. It's so easy. And it comes with a factory. The way that all of the attachments hook up is with that tri-lug. So there's no additional thing you purchase. It's all tri-lug. Now, the suppressor will be a different option than the standard version, of course. The muzzle brake is an add-on. The standard front sight block is what it is. That's the stock option. Then they have a muzzle brake, and then they also have can accessibility, I guess you could say. So it's a cool platform. It does not use a slide. It has a bolt and a bolt carrier. It is a blowback firearm, but it is lever delayed. So it has like a cammed piece that as soon as you pull the trigger and it fires, then it has to like cam up and out of the way before the bolt can move back. And then that's what delays the action. So in terms of reciprocating mass, they told me it was about the same as a lightweight 1911 slide. So not very heavy in terms of a lot of the times on quote unquote blowback firearms, you have a very heavy slide because that's the weight is the only thing that slows it down. But with the lever delay system, it is about your standard 1911 size weight. It is a full 5-inch barrel, fixed barrel, of course. Triggers are really good. They do offer a bit of a polishing service. I think that the lightest one was about 2 pounds. Heaviest one is about 4.5 pounds, roughly speaking. These are pre-production models. They are going into a run, and they'll be ready in like 6 to 9 months. The first 500 of them. Yeah. So fixed optics mounting. However, you can still rack the slide or the bolt carrier group, you could say, with the optic because it's attached to a optics carrier system, which is interesting because that means that the optic, the way that this works, is the optic is held in place with a detent on the optics carrier. The barrel is fixed. So the optic and the barrel and the bolt are not connected. They're not connected at all. So what that means is there's like a tiny bit of play on the optics carrier, right? Which is, I would think that's problematic in terms of accuracy because like the optic itself can move a little bit, which is not affected by the barrel or anything else because again, it's not attached.
Yeah. So the thing that people are bringing up the Alien, which is a great comparison, honestly, for both cost wise and how it kind of like looks and somewhat performs. Because I think the Alien is piston. It's not a. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What? That's on the thumbnail, dude.
What's it called? My biggest worry is, does it get hot like the Alien? Because if any of y'all have shot the Alien, like one mag of it, and that thing can get pretty warm.
That is true because that barrel is right next to your fingers.
It is.
Okay, so a byproduct of I just now thought about this.
Yeah.
A byproduct of having the barrel that low is a reason why the grip has to extend so much lower as well. Because I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
That grip is insanely long.
Yep.
Because they had to put the magazine lower because it's feeding into something like on the bottom of the gun. Because the gun is like a half inch away from the light in terms of height. It's or maybe even less. It is very, very low. So that magazine is super low. Yeah. So that grip is like a 19-20 round length grip.
And the thing is, like, this is a competition handgun, and I didn't really want to say this in front of the guy because he was very proud of it.
Mm.
Where does this land in terms of like open carry, or
for divisions?
Divisions, yeah, because like as far as I remember, there's no slide on this, and for optics carry division, if I'm right, the optic has to be on the slide, right? Am I wrong? I have no clue. I'm not a comp guy, but
So here is Travis. I if I remember correctly, his name is Travis.
Great guy, by the way.
Great guy, very knowledgeable. Gave us a big long interview on the whole thing. The whole firearm.
Gave you a big long interview for sure.
The whole thing comes apart without any tools.
Yep.
Super easy. You can change out anything on it, basically toolless. Like the back plate just slides off with a detent. The mag well slides off the front, and then it unlocks, and then you can do all the different things without tools, which is really neat. You can see there we have the suppressor and the comp on the table, which that'll be in the video, him showing how it comes on and off and how easy it is to do, which is cool. As it sits, technically speaking, this might be able to make it into limited because it is a internal hammer. It is not, a linear hammer.
It's a linear hammer.
Linear hammer. And the reason why it's not a striker fired gun is because the striker is at an angle, which technically makes it linear hammer or something like that. So linear hammer design. So this will be a limited optics only gun if they can get it approved through USPSA for that.
Yeah.
If not, it's a open dedicated gun, and it is not an open gun.
I was gonna say, because like I'm not a USPSA guy, but I do like read some of like the stuff that they pass down on. There can be judgments where a firearm technically does pass a certain division, but they're like, no, we're just going to throw it in open instead. Sorry, you can't use this.
Well, it's like you're asking USPSA to make sense of their own rules, and I don't know if that's something that they can do.
Dude, good luck, man. Do they still have that lawsuit?
They're still dealing with that as well. So there you can see it with the brake, the compensator, which automatically shoves you into open division, of course.
See, we can says it's open, but like here's the thing. Who knows?
Yeah. So as We Can Gunner says it's open. I was talking to Travis, and he was like, there is a way, because technically speaking, it is not attached to the frame. It is attached to the carrier, to a optics carrier system that can reciprocate, but doesn't reciprocate with the bolt, because it's not a slide, it's a bolt and the bolt carry. So if you're really technical finagling the rule set, like there's a way you could interpret the rules, right? If you read between the lines to where this is not a open only gun without a comp, but obviously with a comp it is in open. So Possible. Jufro John. What do you guys, dude? It's wavy brown hair, like my Anglo-Saxon heritage. What are you talking about,
Yeah,
dogs? Unbelievable.
It's cool. It's pure competition.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
pretty interesting.
did you see Ben's video today?
Dude, I've been too.
Okay.
We've been so busy.
Well,
and then when I got back, I was
so
too tired to do like
the baseline acquisition element that you'll need is element 3400. That's the element you would need to acquire this. There is a max package, however, that is element 5500.
Okay.
Ben Steger bought 2 of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. He spent some.
He spent. I can't play the Steger. Actually, no, I can play the Steger video. Actually, you know what? You guys are all calling me ugly. I had Ben literally to tell me today that I looked handsome. Okay, Ben saw my story and felt compelled to tell me that I look handsome today. So you know what? You guys are just mad that you guys didn't get called handsome by Ben Steger today. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, Ben said it was too cheap. Ben did say that. Now, I talking to the Zermatt guys, sorry. They kind of thought that this is a novel gun, this is a tech bro gun, this is a engineering gun, but this is not really a shooter's gun because it's not particularly heavy, coming in at 35 ounces, so it's kind of middle of the road, honestly.
Yeah.
And that recoil is so low that it is going to be like punching you in the palm every time you pull the trigger. So not flippy, but kind of punchy. So, and it's also, you can't really compete with it in open. So if it doesn't like sneak into limited, then I don't know what to personally do with it. Like, and again, the starting element is 3400, which is insane, right? To acquire that element for this, it's
MMP steel, someone said, or
it's actually, well, it's lighter than an MMP steel, but the MMP steel is like the lightest steel frame gun. So it's like barely heavier than like a Canik Meta SFT polymer. The polymers are like 32 or something like that, and this is like barely heavier than that with a full aluminum grip, by the way. So I mean, I asked because I told him like I shoot like heavier guns for comps. Is there a way to get like a brass back strap, or because it is completely modular, so can I get something else for it that's going to increase the weight a little bit, get it above that 40-ounce mark, and kind of go from there on it? There probably is a way to do that, and I'm sure they would, right? But as a tech demo piece, very cool, right? But again, if you're like serious about putting 100,000 rounds through it over the next year or two, maybe not. They did have a gun there. They showed me the wear pattern on it, which was cool because they have one gun there that had 10,000 rounds on it that was disassembled. There's only 3 wear components on it, and they're all very easily swappable, which was cool. So yeah, I mean, there's lots to like about it, and I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting gun. But it's not a carry gun, not at all. Nope, that's gone. It's also using the echelon mags because they needed the echelon mags for the 17-degree angle.
Yeah.
So
which I thought was interesting.
It is interesting, and remember that they sit so low in the gun that grip is huge.
So something good did come out of the echelon.
Something good did come out of the echelon. I heard the magazines are just fine. So a product in search of a demographic. I mean, it is kind of a tech piece.
Yeah,
it's kind of a tech piece. It's a tech demo, which is cool. I would like to see this tech in a similar system that has maybe a little bit wider appeal or a wider demographic application, right? And so I'm fine with the innovation because it is innovative. It is different. But again, for somebody like me who's looking for something for an application, this doesn't necessarily have that.
Yeah. Comparing this to the Zermatt, which one would you take? I think
I have to take the Zermatt, right? Because the Zermatt is like a gun that I could use for almost anything. And it is more traditionally sized.
I don't know if I'd carry that thing.
No, I wouldn't carry a Zermatt.
That trigger scares me, man.
That trigger actually
it's
does.
It's a 2-pound trigger that you can burn
yeah.
on. And
I did call the Zermatt guy a liar today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I told him that he was not telling the truth about his gun.
Like in a good way or bad way?
In a good way. Okay. Because actually, am I going to skip one? What did we talk about here? What is this?
Yeah, I have no clue.
We're going to skip to the Zermatt. And I'm going to make I'm gonna make Cody soy jack for me here.
Yeah.
I'm getting everybody to do my soy jacks. So this is the Zermatt, sorry, Walt 9. Now this is also a very interesting option, given that the acquisition element is 4900,
Yes.
which is not inexpensive. In now, you guys right now are saying 49, element 49
Yeah.
for this? Element 49 for this? That's insane. But an Atlas, roughly the same cost. You know, some of the other high end 2011s that this is competing against, also around that price tag. And keep in mind, this is for people that shoot like 50 to 100,000 rounds a year, which is going to be, you know, 20K, right? So when you look at it in that respect, 20K worth of ammo versus, you know, 4 or 5 on, you know, this thing here that we have is a rather small part of the overall cost of being a pro level shooter, right? So this is a steel framed aluminum grip, completely custom. It may have some Glock lines, but this has 0 parts interchangeability other than the magazines with a Glock. So 0 parts compatibility. The way the optics mounting is, we'll start from the top and work our way down. So the way that the optics mounting works is that it is a plate, but it is not screwed in from the top. The optic is still screwed in from the top, of course, because that's how optics mount. But the plate is actually set into the gun, and then it is screwed in from the back, and then it is locked in place with the back plate. So even if the screws did break, there's literally nowhere from there for them to go. So they're doubly secure, and they don't have that same shear tension moving back and forth along the slide. So it is a very, very novel system for optics mounting. And they said that they will make you any plate on the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what it is, whatever optic you have, they will make you a plate for it. Right. This model that you see here, this has the comp on the end, which will, of course, make it a open minor gun, unless you're nutty enough to throw major loads through it. Major loads. Let me see. Do I have a picture of a non-comped one around here? I have to, right? Certainly.
Well, it's like,
Okay, I do. Sweet. So now, if you do not want the comped version, they do make one, or they make a barrel that has a, you know, just is essentially a island, I guess. No iron sight, so it's not a front sight block. So it is just a island barrel at the front. This is machined out of a one-piece 416R block. So the entire barrel is one piece. The comp is not threaded on. The comp is not pinned in place. The comp is one part with the barrel. So now I asked him, how the heck do you get this thing apart if that is there? So what happens is when you take apart the recoil system, which includes their roller lock, which we'll talk about in just a minute, the entire barrel just pulls out the front of the gun.
Yep.
So you can swap the barrels all you want. I don't know if he's told me on camera. So it is a Proof research barrel. Proof is actually making the barrel for
is
them.
it really?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that.
So it is a Proof makes the rifled blank for them, and then they do all the machining work.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, so
I
they
was
start with a
wondering-
rifled chunk like this big of steel, right? And then they machine it down into
shit.
that.
That's
So-
that's fucking nuts.
So that is a Proof research barrel on your 2011 killer, essentially, is what
Yeah.
this is,
Yeah.
which is very funny. So that's how the barrel works. Operating system is captured recoil spring. I have some photos of it, I think, somewhere, so I'm not too sure about that. But it uses a roller lockup, which it is still a Browning tilt action barrel, but the roller lockup ensures that it locks up the same way every time, and your specific model is tuned with a very specific tight tolerance roller locker. So if after like 50 to 100,000 rounds, your fit starts to loosen up a little bit. They literally will send you the next size up of roller locker. So if yours is like a 0.251, they will send you a 0.252, and you can just swap it out yourself. And now your lockup is back to being nice and tight. So it's an interesting system. Again, the frame itself is steel. Let me find you guys a better shot real fast. The frame itself is steel. It has a aluminum grip. As of right now, they have two different grip options. One is a machined aluminum, which is not very aggressive. I thought it was fine, but not very aggressive. And then they have a like skateboard grip tape version, which is lock-in good.
It's
so
whatever. I like
the machine. You like the machine more?
The machine one felt a lot better, but also the grip tape one didn't feel too bad either. I mean, honestly, you couldn't go wrong with either one of them.
Well, so actually, this will kind of show you here. So
it's dealer's choice.
The one up front, this is the grip tape version of it, and then the one in the back, which I can move it back to in just a second, that is going to be your machined aluminum. The aggressive texture of the grip tape for me personally is better. My personal comp guns have that aggressive sandpaper like texture. The trigger, now this is where I hate to say it, but the guy just lied to us, and he said it was a 2011 style take up and pull weight and all of that, and he's just incorrect. This the trigger on the Waltz 9 is better than every other 2011 that was on the floor for sure. It was absolutely better. So the trigger weight is 32 to 36 ounces, just, depending on your tolerances. There's a trigger pack in the back of the back of the grip. So it's like vaguely Glock-esque, but completely different. There's a trigger safety, so you can still get it into limited or even carry optics, because it's such a cheater gun for carry optics. But you could technically run this in carry optics once they get one once they sell more than 500 units, and once they take off the magwell, this could actually be a certified production and carry optics model, which again is hilarious that you could run this in either of those divisions. The trigger pull is like, it's nothing, right? As soon as you take up the trigger dingus safety, which is very nice and flat and goes flush with the trigger face, aluminum shoe straight pull like a 2011, but I mean it's immediately there and it just breaks. Once you get the reset, it's a better reset than the right out arsenal as well. And once that resets there, it's like less than a millimeter both directions. So it is a very, very, very good trigger. Keep in mind, it's still a striker fired handgun. So I think the days of 2011 dominance in terms of operating systems are kind of over, because they have like weird ergonomic things. The grips are super fat. You have to deal with the safety and all this other stuff. But like the Walther performance triggers are right alongside most 2011s. My Canic Rival S trigger is right alongside most 2011s. This is better than most even high-end 2011s, and the ergonomics are absolutely there. Now, in terms of controls, it has some ambi stuff. However, if you're a lefty, you have to tell them that, and they will make you a lefty-only magazine release.
Yep, because they said that it will interfere. The other side will interfere with the magazines and could possibly tear them up, and that could gunk up the gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Oracle has a question which I should answer, or a statement. 2011s are cheap now, though. This is true. Absolutely. There are, we stopped by TSOS to feel their triggers, and they felt fine, or just to feel their guns, right? TSOS, Gerson, Bursa. There's a dozen other cheap, 2011-ish guns that are out there that are decent for the money, right? They're very decent. This is not competing with those. No, this is a different category. This is a different price bracket, okay? This is like a Porsche GT3 RS, right? It's not for me. It's not for you, right? I'm not going to buy this. You're not going to buy this. It's fine. It's not for us, right? But it has that level of performance for people who are capable of getting it out. And so it's a very, very specialized pistol. Mm-hmm. So these are, okay, also I should mention, they are very local to me. I didn't realize this, but they're like a reasonable drive away from me. One of the gentlemen there was like, "Are you actually in Marion?" And I was like, it's technically where my PO box is. And he was like, "Oh, well, I live, in X place, and that's like really close." And I was like, "Oh, okay, sweet." So when we get back next week, they offered to take me out and let me play around with these guns and film them and shoot as much as I want. So I am going to take them up on that. And I will be down in Nebraska shooting these things, getting some video on them, hopefully sooner rather than later if it ever warms up and stops being freezing cold. But yeah, I'll be playing around and shooting these guns and getting you guys some video soon. So heck yeah. My dentist might buy this. True, dude. Helena Michelik's North Starfish.
No.
Well, yeah, but it's a 1T deck says 3K plus. What a joke. I mean, it's every single piece is machined and designed in house, and also Zermatt does PRS. That's their thing. Is PRS?
They got their roots in PRS, and then they're moving to handguns. If this is their first handgun, which I think it is, I think they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's like, listen, there's a reason why a mass-produced polymer-framed Glock that's been developed for 40 years is, you can clone it for $399. This just isn't that.
Yeah, and I mean, I see people like, why would I pay that much? And I'm like, it's probably not for you.
Well, it's like
This is the same camp as Atlas.
Sure. Well, again, this isn't competing with Gerson or T-Saw. So you're like, oh, well, my 2011 does most of this for $1,000. You're right. Like, absolutely. You're absolutely right. It does this for, you can get 99% of the performance for 1/5, 1/6 the cost. So, yeah. I mean, of course, right? I'm not going to buy one. Like, I don't have $5,000 or nothing.
Let me get a couple of years tax returns, and I will rob you of that.
Dude, I'm pretty surprised that nobody tried. Well, actually, I did have several people ask where to get one, and it is you cannot get it.
Dude, L-Dog needs just to make one.
Yeah.
He just
well,
I don't think he can.
Quite literally. It's like the difference between like a Ferrari and a Lamborghini. They're not the best cars out there. No. They're just not. Or McLaren. Like, actually, McLaren actually makes some of the best driving cars out there. But like, some of these cars are expensive just because they're luxury items, right? Yeah. So these do have a performance application within a game, which is USPSA. But for most of us, it's just we're not playing that game at this level where we need that sort of thing, right? So like, you can hit GM with literally anything. You can hit GM with a Glock 26. Does not matter.
Didn't Ben hit GM with a Beretta?
He was a Beretta shooter, for a long time. Beretta, he did what's the not Shadow 2 thing? Tankfolio, that's one, Stock 2. And a few other things. But I mean, like, there was a Asian dude who just went to prove a point and made GM with a Glock 26. Yeah. And that's what he did. It doesn't matter.
You don't need this.
You do not need this. Like, listen, you guys should not buy one. I'm not going to buy one, right? But it's like, I don't get upset when I see somebody driving a Ferrari and be like, oh, you can get the same place in a Toyota Camry. It's like, yeah.
You don't want to
of course you can. Yeah. It's like, well, no, you can. I don't care.
You don't want to actually him?
Well, actually who?
Well, actually, like that.
Oh no!
Being a actually type.
Yeah, it's like Reddit behavior.
Yeah,
it's like anytime you see somebody doing well and having something, and you're like, you know what? I do the same thing in mine. You're so stupid. It's like, do you like having anything nice? It's like going out to a nice meal. It's like, yeah, well, I could have gone to McDonald's. It's like, yeah, you can, but I'm eating in a nice Italian restaurant, so sorry. It's fine. Yeah, Randy is competing, dude. Randy, all 504 pounds of Randy is competing, all right? And you guys can't get out there and go to a match? Unbelievable. Randy says, I like competing with my 47. I do have another LTT92 on the way to compete with. Question for you, Randy. Are you going to get the new LTT2? Because we did play around with those at the regular Beretta booth. They're fine. Like, I'm not a Beretta guy, so I don't really care.
I like Beretta, but like, I mean,
Chris. Well, I say Italian because I had Italian today because my boss paid for the meal.
Shout out to
him.
Dude,
you had the most expensive part of that meal.
Dude, that's
funny.
Why I asked,
I know.
Is this thing paying for this meal? And he said yes. And I was like, all right, it's a free game.
Yeah, Randy is C class. All the U class losers out there getting mogged by Randy. Randy's thinking of getting one. Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm not like I've shot the LTTs and I thought they were good. Like I was like, oh, this is really nice. This feels nice. But again, it's not my cup of tea, you know. Well, that's anything else we gotta talk about? Let's see. Zermat's cool. I'll probably go check it out and get to shoot them, and which is a nice thing of them to offer. And again, I'm not gonna buy one because it is too much money for me. Of course, it's too much money. Like I'm not gonna buy an Atlas either. But when I see the old boomer at the range shooting an Atlas, I'm like, not like, well, you could have gotten a Thesis Raider and gotten the same performance out of it, which is nothing because you're not a good shooter. But
Toes, yeah.
say la vie.
I was gonna hot, buddy.
What is this?
That
is the interview.
One,
okay, that is the interview. Okay,
that one is like the closest we're gonna get to a USP comp from like back in the day with the oh, no, the EOTech line.
Well, so we were supposed to go check out the EOTech line on the very first day we were there, right? So we went and talked to them, and the guy was always busy. John, big tall guy. We're walking back, and we see him go to lunch, and it's like we missed him again, and it's Friday. I'm just going to do all the interviews myself. And so I just picked them up and I monologued about them, why I thought they were mid. So new EOTech EXPS3 HD, it's even more expensive. MSRP went up about $200. Well, I think it was technically two because MSRP was like $780 or something like that, and it went up to $999, so it was like $220 or something like that. Nate Toe's channel, true. No, the problem is he doesn't care about it, and if you don't feed into the audience, like they forget about it.
Whatever.
Yeah. So
just like this optic, it's whatever.
It's whatever, dude. So you went from having 20 daylight settings to 10 night vision settings, which some would say is too much, right? So they wanted to simplify it. I get that, but also at the same time, people loved having all of those different night vision settings for fine tuning with passive aiming, which is what EOTechs are the best at. You go from a aluminum polymer body to polymer body aluminum hood to a solid aluminum body. You get a little bit bigger of a window. The glass still looks fantastic. You get auto on, auto off capability, but you also gain, 200 roughly in terms of the MSRP, which is kind of lame, right? It's kind of lame. You got even more expensive. You did not improve battery life, nothing, right? This is John Shot Show day 4 after getting like 4 hours of sleep every day and still not being sick somehow. So yeah, EXPS3 HD. Yeah, that's so exciting, dude. Which one's? I feel like I'm missing one for some reason.
The 4-12.
Well, here's the 4-12. Yeah, it's a signature look.
It's very
signature look of disappointment. So the 4-12.
Yeah.
7. Say la vie. That's funny. Yeah, I always say that. 4-12 EOTech. 7 inches long, a little too long for me personally. 17 ounces, good girth, mouthfeel, fantastic. 4-12 short throw. We're all used to that, right? Short throw, short stroke, same thing. The new reticles are way better than whatever they put in the OG 3-9 that they released last year. The 4-12 is kind of just a better version. After playing around with it some more every day or so, I was actually like, the 12X actually isn't that bad. The 12X is usable, okay? And its first focal plane, the reticles are good. The size and weight is decent. You can get a sub 20 ounce 4-12 and red dot on top, which I think is rather impressive. ACOG mounts, MSRP 1400 probably.
Oh my gosh.
300 hours, I think so. But it's like an EOTech, or it's like a ACOG. Like if you were going to get an ACOG with a red dot on top, that's what this would cost you. So like an ACOG is like a thou.
I thought that thing sucked, man.
You did, really?
I hated it. Yeah, the eye box is a bit tight.
It's 12X is very tight. It's usable but very tight. Yeah. What else about it? The reticles I thought were good. I can't tell what the glass quality is really like inside of a show that's not mega bright, and I can't just like stare at people the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you need a lightweight 4 to 12 on a SPR DMR and your size and weight limited for whatever reason it might be, this is going to compete. You know what's funny is actually for the money, size and weight, the primary arms 1.5 to 12 is way better.
Oh yeah,
It's a little more
1.5 to
expensive.
12. I mean, it's what 500 more.
Well,
Roughly
only
about
three.
that?
Only three. I think 14 versus
What's
1750.
PAs?
Wasn't it
I
1750
thought
or was it
about
1950?
1950.
1950. Okay. So yeah, the year 1950, great year, fantastic. Probably one of the last great
Oh, I
American
think
years.
somebody. Oh, was that Homeboy? Bear back.
It might be, dude.
I don't know if I heard a fucking ding dong.
Yeah, okay. There's a million of you people. Like I've gotten, still have codes left. Yes, I still have codes left. If you message me, I will get you a code eventually. So if you would stop doing that, though, geez Louise. I'm just cycling through a million of these. Yeah. Yeah, you are. All right. All right. So yeah, I would personally, for actually I can't put it on the table. For the same roughly size, weight, and cost, like, you know, plus or minus a little bit, the primary arms PLX C 1.5 to 12, probably a more appealing option for a lot of you out there. The glass quality. Well, so as Russell says, I didn't see it at the show, but yeah, I think the glass is way better on the primary arms. And again, just we're still indoors and it's hard to tell, but you also get parallax on the primary arms 1.5 to 12. You do not get that on the Voodoo. And you know, maybe you don't need the lower register of the magnification range, but yeah, I think as long as you're willing to, you know, spend a little more, and it is a little bigger, not much heavier, but it is a little bigger. Well, plus amount is actually yeah, plus amount, you're probably looking at about 5 extra ounces, plus a little bit of extra cost. So it is a jump up in terms of size, weight, and cost, but similar application. I think the PA is better. I personally, I would stretch to the PA if I were looking to add one of these to my collection, because the PA 1.5 to 12 is pretty good. Honestly, I wouldn't go with either, probably, but because they're pretty specialized for specific applications. I think they're both going after the same contract, so it's an interesting option though. It's an interesting option. It's funny that EOTech is the we're living in a world where the EOTech is the budget option compared to primary arms.
Excuse me.
Rick Sanchez says, Focus, what email to ask for a code? It's really simple. It's focus trip. Oh, thank you. It is focustrip@gmail.com. 2 P's, focus, TRIPP at gmail.com. And again, for everybody who's just tuning in now, I spent an hour before the show entering in individual coupon codes for everybody one at a time, for everybody that messaged me. I still have stacks of Geisley 3.5 codes that are discounted for people who message me. I will give them away for free. The guys at the Geisley booth were incredibly kind. They're going to be doing some work with us later on, and they are going to be saving you guys, I don't know, like 500 codes, $200 a pop, roughly. Some of them are going to be way more than that, though. It's like, it might be 6 figures of savings at the end of it all. It might literally be 6 figures of savings
Even
that I'm
guess
passing
right
off.
there throwing up donut.
Yeah. Gecodile's throwing out some codes, which you guys are free to grab.
Yeah, I guess like get me out of here.
Yeah.
give us savings. He's like,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
Yeah, Gek is posting codes in chat right now. So first come, first serve there, baby. The NX 2 to 12, also another option, very similar size and weight to the primary arms. So that's another competitive option. Same price too. Same price as the primary arms.
Yeah, roughly 18.
Yeah.
I want to say they said.
So they were 19 ounces, which is the same as the primary arms PLXC. The PLXC does have the refractive illumination though. So, and 1.5. So I mean, it's like, you know, it's close. They're very close together. Delta 34 really like the PA optic. I think it's really cool, right? But it's for me, I can get 99. Again, this is my argument for something cheaper, just like your argument is going to be for the Zermatt, well, however you say it, is that I can get a 2 to 12 for like a quarter of the cost. That's going to do 99.9% the same things as a 1.5 to 12. So that would be like, me personally, I would go with something, you know, cheaper for that. That would kind of does the same thing. To hell with codes. I want the console commands. True, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's shot. Really, that's the cool stuff
that
at
was
shot,
everything
dogs.
today. I mean, today was pretty lightweight. It was mostly just us kind of like,
It's Friday.
yeah.
We spent like 3 hours at the show and like an hour at dinner.
Oh wait. Yeah, but we got bullshitted by the rep and they said it was 10 ounces. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the incorrect. Half the people there don't know what they're talking about, which is why it's good and bad. Half the people there are like, I won't talk to you on camera because there's only one guy here that will talk to you on camera.
Oh
it's because they actually don't know anything.
The Smith and Wesson guy.
That guy left. Best food in Las Vegas. What was the best food you've had so far?
Oh, that had to have been today, man.
Was it for you?
You know what? Shoot, we went to that place that was across in the Venetian, and that was pretty good too.
That was good too?
I had the squid.
You had the squid in the
or
Venetian.
the grilled octopus. That one was really good. Yeah. The Venetian has really good food, but it's got a tag to it, man.
It does. So the best food that I had was actually before everybody else arrived. I went to this tiny little dive bar pizza place, and I got a fresh slice of pizza from them. It was like Market Street or something like that, and it was like a trashy little place, but the pizza was fantastic, and it was like $13 for like they call it a slice, but it's like a full pizza basically.
Tay said he made it to the airport safe.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Taylor has landed in North Carolina. Hopefully I'll see him a little later this year. It wasn't Evil Pizza. It was actually in Henderson, so it's about 15 miles southeast of Vegas. It was the first day while I was just messing around by myself, and on Sunday, and I went to this little pizza dive bar. Probably the best pizza I had. Other than that, the Venetian, I ate at the Venetian twice. 2 different restaurants, was good. So yeah, it's not bad. AppTech USA says YouTube yeeted the notification for Focus Trip streams for me. Yeah, YouTube is weird. YouTube is very, very weird. Secret Pizza is delicious in the Cosmopolitan. Hey, that one gay dude told you to go to the Cosmopolitan. So
we gotta go to the Cosmo, man.
We're not going to the Cosmo. Not unless we go out with Hugo. But other than that, we are definitely not going.
I'm gonna save it, man, because that'll get us nuked. And we're at 565.
Yeah.
Henderson mentioned Fallen Vegas.
Fans rejoice.
Dude, I had been like, oh, dude, where's Camp McCarran from Fallen Vegas? I've been making Fallen Vegas jokes all day.
Yeah, I know, dude. People who are really into pizza, Sioux Falls has a Big Papa, something like that, but it does Chicago style pizza. I think it's great. Okay, but a Chicago guy, probably not. It's fine. They changed the Harry Reid.
I hate it. We got piggies on cam.
Yeah, dude. You like these? Oh, that's calluses. Yuck.
Dude. That's
gross, dude.
How much walking we've done the past week?
A lot.
Smash or pass on Canic Radiant Prime pass.
Let me see real fast because I need to know the price tag.
I think it's like over 2. No, not 2 though. I think it's like over.
It has to. Well, the Canic TTI is only sub 1K, so there's no way that this is more than that, right?
It's Radiant, man. They threw that.
Well, I know it's like 400, but even if you say 400 more, it's only a $600 base gun.
It's right there. Oh, does it not have the
I don't see
spec sheet?
It doesn't have Radiant Prime. Oh, okay. So MSRP of Element 850. Element 850 for the Canic Radiant Prime. So think street price of Element 7.5, Element 6.5 roughly. So I mean it's not terrible. I mean, but that's the thing. The Canic Prime was already comped. Like it was already a ported barrel slide combo.
I mean,
so if it's a better Canic Prime for 100 elements more, that's fine.
I mean, at that point, why not just get the TTI one? Because that one's like the most.
Well, the Canic Prime is a small one. Is like a 1.5 stack slim one. So it's the Made in America version. So it's like a 19 but slim, which is like the 48X or something like that.
It's the 43X.
43X, whichever model that is. So it's like that.
So,
whereas the TTI is 17.
Is this a carry?
Technically speaking, yeah, that's what it would be. So it's a Radiant Ramjet on a Prime.
You would put your life on the line with a Canic.
I used to carry a MC9, so I mean, I did for a while. So I don't know,
man.
I'm a crazy man though. I mean, I carry a 17 full size.
African American. That's true.
Dude, he's like 6 days late to the stream. Yeah, he's very African American.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. I mean, I don't care about it personally, but I mean, if
Big
you're
fan of Prime.
big
Yeah,
fan of
I've
Prime,
heard good things about the Prime. And the TTI is like a 17 with a comp and a mag wall, so it's like it's a full size.
Did you see the cheap Turkish spaz? You actually talked about that yesterday, right?
Yeah, we have a whole video up on the Gun.Deals channel. If you go to Gun.Deals, it's sitting there.
Yesterday's stream
on the channel.
Pretty, it was pretty jam packed. I won't lie. Trying to see what else.
Gep asked Steger about Logic yesterday. That's based, dude. I'm sad that I missed him, dude. Tragic. I did get him to call me handsome though, so I mean, fair trade.
What's your top 5 things from SHOT Show?
Okay, here we go. Aiden Finney's top 5 things from SHOT Show. We're gonna go one at a time, so I'll say one and then you go through one. Number 5, Chiappa Rhino was actually kind of cool. The 44 Magnum. I never thought I'd say that about a revolver, but Tay made me a believer.
Okay,
44 mag.
That's fair.
That's not bad. Number 5.
The Scar 308.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a Scar, but I mean, like, they didn't really mess with the element, but like they definitely changed it up, and I think they changed it for the better. Number 4.
They did add everything that the aftermarket would do to it. Number 4. Number 4 is the Caracal MPX clone PCC thing.
That was impressive.
I think that is like a MP5 update / MPX hybrid thing for a mixture of the two price tags. A little bit cheaper than the MPX. So I'm interested to actually try one. So I think that's a safe number 4 pick. Decent.
Oh, me? Number 4?
Yeah.
Has to be patches and stickers, man.
Based.
Love all the free. I love the $1,000 price tag to get in a SHOT Show to get like $7 worth of goods. That's a gun slap's meme. That's not mine. That's his meme. But that's so true. Yeah, the swag is fun, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Tyler says Tyler got my pick there for number 3. The PKM / M84. Pricey as hell is a understatement. They're going to be sub 10K. But probably around 8 is what one of the guys said. Now, it could be less than that because it's not finalized. So, Laranco is trying to say hopefully way under 10K, but we don't know exactly. But if I was going to say my number 3, MPX.
MPX. Number 3 hasn't beat the PKM.
Oh, sorry. I number 3 for
your number 4 was the PK.
The MPX. My number 3 is the RPK. That's a PKM. I'm substituting.
I was gonna say the same thing as the PKM for number 3. I think you and I probably have the same taste because like you and I were equally as unexcited and excited to go to like the same booths.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also hard to remember everything we went to.
Yes, it's a lot. I'm gonna. What's your number? Your number 3 was also the PKM.
My number 3 is also the PKM. My number 4 was all the free stuff that they give away at SHOT Show.
I'm gonna have to combo 2 with 2 options because the Rideout Arsenal Dragon and the Zermatt Waltz 9, very different options, but they're too similar. Well, not similar, but like they're in that genre of like bougie, unique pistols. So like. And also, I want number 1 to be something different. So I'm going to sneak the Rideout Arsenal Dragon into the mix with the Zermatt Waltz 9. But the Waltz 9 is the better one, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that was your number 2?
That's my number 2.
Now, my number 2 probably has to be the Sako TRG or the Sako M10. Holding that for the first time,
mm-hmm.
I was actually impressed with how light it was. And I think they came down on their
price tag.
Yeah, because it used to be more, and now it's like it's still expensive, but it's 14 big ones.
Yeah, they're not inexpensive. That is true.
Yeah, it's not new, Ivan. I-99.99, but like wearing God's green earth, they're going to be able to hold a Sako M10 and not have to pay for it. Like they're not floating around just anywhere in the world. But you also got to think. Everything you saw at SHOT Show, like almost all of it is not new.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the HK booth. There's
nothing
there that's new. It's all the same fucking
Even the Scar is an update
Yeah.
of a 20-year-old gun. It's an update, right?
And that was the thing.
The
that
PKM is
It's
it
been
made
around
in 1984,
forever. Yeah.
dogs. Like, I mean, come on.
Congrats. Like,
Yeah.
This is a bit of a recycled show. Like, there's nothing really new.
Remix, the year of the remix. How about that? Number one for me is going to be the Beretta NARP, both because the experience with the kind SF spooky Italian man was on point, and also because the rifle is completely unobtainium. We may never see one commercially available within the U.S., and so the fact that we were able to play around with it, talk to one of the guys who helped design it, and it was also really nice. Like, it felt lighter than I expected it to be. It has a fantastic ergonomic set on it. It's very modular, which I know is giving everybody a gag reflex at this point when you say the word modular.
Yep.
But it is a modular rifle that has all the ergonomic features that you want, and apparently, allegedly, because he even showed us like the shooting footage of it while we were there, which keeps pulling out his phone and was like, "Hey guys, look at this," which is in a very thick Italian accent, which is very nice. So Riccardo, shout out to him for making SHOT Show 2026 much better. So yeah, Brett and Art.
Oh, you're gonna love my number one. My number one's the ambient suppressor.
That's because it's fun.
I am so excited to see what becomes with this, because this is probably the most fun I had at SHOT Show. Was everyone just like not even scheming, but like just seeing the cogs work in people's brain when we talked about it with everybody. They're like, this doesn't make sense. And I'm so excited to see the aftermath of everything that's coming out.
Yes.
I bet you the ambient guys are watching right now.
Probably, dude.
Probably. Like, those guys, one of those guys was getting NARP rep on stream when? Probably never.
If I could convince Riccardo to come on stream and like give us war stories in Italian,
that'd be based.
That would be.
I mean, how many like North Africans do you think he slaved?
Yeah, wherever the Italian military. What do they call their SF guys?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
tunas?
the tunas. Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
But,
So, I mean, I could probably do it, but he's in the defense side of things. He's not like he doesn't have a contact. He doesn't give me a card, to talk to. So I had to find it. You're gonna piss the Reddit off again? I don't care, dude. Reddit's gay. And again, I know Gep's doing a great job trying to keep up with the codes, but if you need more, okay, this is like 1/3 of the stack that I have in front of me right now.
Yeah.
So I have a lot.
Yeah, top 5. I mean, this SHOT Show, like, it was my first one. And even I can say that, like, all of the product release and all that kind of stuff, it all felt very underwhelming.
Stop corporate espionaging me, bro. True. Spaghetti Boys, the Tortellini Killers, the Pizza Police. The codes are for a G-Money that will allow you to reduce the interaction variables of an item by like 35 points. So if interested, that could literally save you multiple thousands depending on what you're buying, right? Or acquiring. Sorry, my apologies, YouTube. So if you want one, if you're gonna buy a G-Money Super Duty or some of the other things, there's things that might be able to promise me 3,000 years ago. True, dude. True.
Did SHOT Show smell? Surprisingly not.
So SHOT Show is the least ethnically diverse place in Vegas. So it is actually the cleanest and the nicest. So it was fine. Jay Camp.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, so I'll be real here. So I am a face sell. So I think that faces are the most important part. Like Haley Lujan objectively is a attractive female. She's relatively skinny. She has nice curves. It's a pleasant face. The hair is nice. So like objectively, like scientifically, she's a pretty female. The face is very round for me though. So it's very round. It's very pouty. It looks good in a lot of makeup, but like without a veneer, like I'm gonna say a 6 because she's definitely above average. But her face is kind of like I don't like any girl can be skinny and look nice if they just work out and have a good diet. Like any girl can look like that, but her face is not that great. Wood out of 10. What about you, Arrow?
Probably 6 out of 10. Yeah, I can tell. Seeing her in person, she puts a lot of time into her appearance on her in her social media. You gotta ask your wife.
Oh, well, no. So Maddie Biscoe says, bro has a wife talking about Luhan rating. Well, no. So this is really simple. Like, I think that there is objective truth in beauty standards. I don't think it's purely subjective, right? And I actually do think that beauty for beauty's sake is a good thing. I think the good, the beautiful, and the true are wonderful things. Now, the sexualization of stuff is garbage and degenerate. But it's like, if you look at Henry Cavill and you're like, oh, that's an attractive man, right? Good jawline, good shoulders, strong, good shape, all that. It's like you can just say there are objective things about these people that are attractive and are good, right? These are the normal things that men find attractive, women find attractive, yada 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 yada, right? It's objective, right? It's like you see a model, it doesn't need to be sexual. She can be fully clothed and be like, okay, well, it's like objectively, like, okay, she has nice legs, blah 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 blah. Move on down the line. It doesn't need to be more than that. But you're just not saying you personally, but if people make it sexual and weird, you can, but it's just objective. Focus gay confirmed. Yeah. Hey, $20 is $20, right?
Like a sock around my cock. Oh my god, bro! What a sentence.
Whoa! Henry Cavill is a Custody stan. That makes him based. True.
What else do we have on the lineup?
No, that's it. So we're gonna go to. I asked people to put stuff in the Discord to make us review and roast. So that'll be fun for like kill like 30 minutes because we're waiting for. Actually, do I have Discord on this one? Please tell me I have Discord over here because otherwise it's just not going to work. Oh wait, no. Let's talk about Better Way 2A. My bad.
Oh, I completely forgot.
I did too. Yeah, we're going to talk about Better Way 2A because what a better way to end a wonderful Friday than talking about gay. We were just talking about how attractive men are, but we're going to be talking about literal gay retards. So for those of you who don't know, Richard, this will make a great clip, but a Better Way 2A is a fake 2A company. They're not 2A. They don't care about you. They are a pro-gay, pro-trans, pro-degenerate, progressive nonsense, pro-ugly, right? People that hate you, hate your family, hate your values, hate everything that you stand for, and will actively work against your best interests while lying to your face. So, this is a post from 28th of September 2025. This is a politician on the top. This is Newswire on the bottom. We need gun reform now. Oh, also, I should mention, before we talk about gun reform and politicians, I did meet Brandon Herrera today. He was just walking and went up to say hi, wished him good luck and all that sort of fun stuff. Had a nice little positive interaction with Brandon today. So I hope he's doing well out there and wins so that we have actually, some hopefully better politicians doing their thing, even if you're cynical about that. So this is Bailey for HD92. We need gun reform now. Of course, after some sort of tragic event, anytime something bad happens, they're like, you know what? We should disarm the people who didn't do it. This is also it thing. Says the amount of gun violence in America is growing at an alarming rate. We witness horrible tragedy after tragedy and stand idly by acting as if nothing happened. Well, no more. I'm calling for federal action to end gun violence. So now I could remove 80% of gun violence tomorrow, Arrow. But it's a little racist because I would take guns away from black and brown people and gang violence, which attributes to like 99% of all violence in the country right now, like 80%. But it would drop overnight precipitously. So, I mean, it would be very racist of me, but I could end gun violence at large for the most part tomorrow with that. So, but I don't think this person would be for that for some reason. Even though gun violence is the problem. She wants to disarm like people like us, normal people, and make it.
People like her are the same people who say, if you don't vote for my side, I will shoot you.
Well, yeah, no, you should be killed. You should be killed. Like Charlie Kirk got what he deserved. And if you stand in my way, you're basically a Charlie Kirk, dude.
You should probably check her like during.
I'm not going to check it out, dude. This is Disgusting. Anyway, so where does Better Way 2A come into all of this? Well, Phoenix Ammunition, being based as usual, says we are not on our team and you will never be on our team. Sorry, we're not on your team and you will never be on our team. Because, of course, this politician thing is saying, oh, yeah, we're Better Way 2A. We love you so much. And we, you endorse us, which we'll get into in just a second. When she's a Better Way 2A, which is, again, they lie to you because they tell you they're a pro 2A company. They're just liars. They're just disgusting. Because they will actively support people who call for the stripping of your rights. Because, again, the value is not actually in the Second Amendment. It's in the progressive ideology. It's in the disgusting degeneracy. So Better Way 2A says, we could literally care less. The whole reason we exist is because of people and companies like this. Each of them justifies our existence. So they set up this like false straw man enemy of somehow Phoenix Ammunition calling you a gay retard is necessitates you existing and standing up for marginalized, insane people who, statistically, trannies tend to commit more mass violence or at least perpetrate mass violence at a higher rate for some reason or other. It's just very, very strange how that works out, almost like they're all mentally unwell, every single one of them. So this is the Things post. It says, oh, I've been excited about this one. It's my honor to announce A Better Way 2A has endorsed the People's Campaign for State House. A Better Way 2A is proud to endorse Aaron Bailey for Michigan State House in the 92nd District. Aaron represents the kind of candidate, blah, 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 blah. LGBTQ gun rights activist, A Better Way 2A, actively supporting a anti-gun, gun control thing. Monster thing, not a miracle of modern science. What's the opposite of a miracle? An abomination of modern science. Yes. Yes, Better Way 2A. Thank you. It's in the name 2A, but it's just a lie. It's a front. It's a knife in your back that he hopes you don't notice. Thank you for supporting politicians that hate us and want to strip us of our rights. Thank you so much for doing that. You're so heckin' base, dude. You're so heckin' pro 2A. You're so heckin' cool, my dude. Moonman says, don't check your super chats for 10 minutes. Otherwise, he will wear my skin. Okay, 10 minutes. Fine. 9:45, 8:45, 7:45, whatever time it is. And then, of course, people are pointing out the hypocrisy, right? Of course. And then they just start, coping and seething and spurking out in the comment sections as they do. Supposed 2A supporters doing anything but using this opportunity to build bridges with other gun owners speedrun. Yeah, we don't need people like you. We don't want people like you because you're not actually part of the movement. You're a leech. You're a parasite. You're a tick that needs to be removed and expunged from the community if such a thing even exists in the first place. Because again, he says supposed 2A supporters as if he's part of that group when he extensively, explicitly supports politicians who want to strip you of your Second Amendment rights. So, I mean, like, this guy can just, like, get bent. Like, he's, like, you're out of the community. And he's like, yeah, hello, fellow gun owners. I'm here to push LGBT degenerate nonsense trans stuff and protect trans kids. Am I right, fellow gun owners? Oh, gun rights? I don't care about that. But the trans stuff, though. Let's go, baby. And again, it's like, why would I work with people who want to kill me? Why would I want them armed? Based Red Raven says, I think even you are going to have to work harder to convince folks that the people constantly saying we just wanted to defend ourselves are actually out to get you. Well, if trans people would stop wearing patches that says like,
kill a Nazi.
Kill a Nazi. And it's funny because they call me a Nazi.
They call everybody a Nazi.
They call everybody a Nazi, everybody a fascist, and then want to kill them. And then they actually do perpetrate like these mass, like, murdering Catholic children in Minneapolis. Mega cringe and trans coded. All right. So, I mean, we don't want these mentally unwell people. We want them in hospitals, AKA psych wards, AKA, insane asylums, right? We don't want these people out and about because they act like there are no recourse to like society has no recourse to deal with degenerates and evil running amok. Like, no, we do, and we have mechanisms to do such a thing. You just don't want us to enforce the laws on the books. Where I say, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be allowed to own a firearm if you're clinically insane. If you want to cut off your dick and replace it with a axe wound, you are clinically insane. So we just put you somewhere and attempt to fix you. That's what we do. Shock therapy, fortunately, or hopefully. So there is even more retardation from a better way to A. Hard for them to go like a day without committing another L against the 2A community, which again, they're not part of. They are a leech, a parasite, a wolf in sheep's clothing that is fortunately rainbow colored. So it's very easy to figure out which one's the faggot in the room. All right. This is why I subscribe to focus trips. True. Lobotomy? Maybe. Well, yeah, they say like we don't want to kill people. We love the Second Amendment. Meanwhile, the Minneapolis SRA was like, dude, I don't care about gun rights. I just need to take out all the fascists. And then once we take control, then gun rights aren't really a thing. We just want power. It's like, all right, fair. Like, I agree with you, but I'm also better at doing that thing, right? So I mean, let's just be honest here. I'm just better at that. My side is better at that. And you're like 1% of the population, soon to be less than that. At a what, 51% rate, 41% rate? Crazy. Yeah. Anyways, sorry for taking it heavy there for a second. Although we've been kept it pretty light for the last like week.
It's been pretty light
because we haven't even had to discuss any of this stuff. Oh shoot!
You gotta sign it.
It's not gonna sign it out here. I'll have to just use the other one, which is like way worse.
No.
That's funny. All right. Have you guys dry fired today? No. Well, actually, yes, of course. I've dry fired every day, dude. We've dry fired so many different types of guns, dude. Literally every day. All right, I apologize to people. Don't send me a message because my messages are very full on here. Let me see. I like how the focus trip. It's named the focus trip Diddy party. All right, so I am going to copy and paste the Discord invite link into the live chat for you wonderful people to interact with. Is if that so interests you. Dick Speeder says, as an HK fan, shot sucked. What is their future? Not giving you anything. That's their future. I think that's their plan, is to say no thank you to whatever it is that you want to do. So there's that. All right, over here. Let me see this. Go here, down here, go to Shot Expo, and then share this screen. So, all right, we're going to do some build roasting. Marcus, right, go away. Or hopefully maybe some shot things that are cool.
Somebody said don't tab out. It makes your mic all scratchy or something.
My bad, homie. Is it better?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Scratchy
it was when
mic,
you were tabbed out for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Hope it's not still scratchy.
Expecting something from HK Shot Show.
I got to scroll all the way up to the beginning.
Fair.
If it take a minute.
I mean, the thing is HK does have a new products like booth at their booth, and it's the same thing. It's literally the same VP9s. That's all it is. They just called it like the VP9
Okay.
KOE or something like that.
The Co. All right, good to go. Super scuffed. My apologies. All right, so we are going to ignore the focus trip Diddy party and all the unread messages, please. All right, what's good in here that we actually want to roast? Ray Guitard, local to me, has some stuff. I've actually let me click on this one. I've actually shot some of this stuff. I like this one. The carry handle T2 Midwest Industries front sight block can with maybe an FRT on there. I kind of like that one. I think that one's actually kind of hot. Who does the stencils for this? But that's like a normal build. That's not a roast me build. That's a normal build right there.
Yeah, this is a Kino build.
Kino? No. You know, it's one of those builds where it's like it's retro enough to not be like basic, but it's also usable enough to not be cringe.
Yeah.
So it still kind of does all the things. Yeah. Me, hey, there's Mr. Ray Guitard. Oh, Centurion Handguard. My bad. Centurion Handguard. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna.
That's better, to be honest. So,
Skate for that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah. Whoa.
Tay-Tay.
This. Oh, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought this was actually. That's wild.
He called it that. It's the
Yeah. Well, this is 762 by 39. Given the magazine, it's that or 6.5 Grendel. Hopefully, well, actually, dude. Either way.
760 by 39. 100.
Yeah. Either way, dude. So we have.
Is that mic? I don't know. Something up your mic.
Is this good? I don't know. I scroll out for a second and then I come right back to the tab to make sure that it's still working.
Yeah.
So it looks like a 5-inch 762 by 39 with a brass knucks grip.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is just...
Goico. Or no, sorry, Geico.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Damn. And I think it's retarded and gay. Okay?
Yeah, that is a build of all time. That is disgusting.
I don't have words for this, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Surprised it's not surprised it's not a pistol buffer tube. True.
Yeah.
True, dude. All right.
So this means that it was probably professionally.
Oh wait. Sorry. Is that the old Bushnell tube? And what light is that?
I don't know if that's a Bushnell.
Maybe it's like an Amazon special.
I think Bushnell puts Bushnell on their tubes like that. You can only buy that with EBT.
I have words for this. Love. All right.
This was somebody's passion project, like legitimately.
That looks too good to be on here, dude.
Yeah, we're doing roast me builds.
Yeah, okay, fine. Here we go. All right. You know what? I'm not gonna dox this guy, but also possibly maybe a local. So I mean, I've seen this guy run this PTR 91.
I don't know. I'm not a PTR dude.
I'm not a PTR dude either, but I've seen this guy run this in competition with splits that are insane. I don't know how he keeps this thing on target when he's doing it, but his splits with this gun are insane. Now, a funny story. There was one time when this fine young man was doing a 24 round stage, which means you have to do a reload in the middle of it with this thing. And it literally doubled his time because getting a full mag back into the gun to get it up, dude, it was a lot. Although he was the only person in that match to clear the know your limits rack. I'm pretty sure he was the only one to do that with this gun. At the time, I think it just had an EOTech on it as well. And he did it with this. So this setup is new. He's updated a little bit. I think the handguard is new. Trijicon 3 to 9, 4 to 12, 3 to 15.
I think that's a 4 to 12.
4 to 12. And then Vortex Defender comp out up top. Actually kind of clean.
Oh, shit.
I don't hate it.
I'm all right.
All right. If he doesn't want to come in, that's fine.
Yeah.
I got to go through super chats before we get out of here anyways. So, but I'm not going to force him to. Oh, well, I'm glad it's properly labeled, dude. That is absolutely. Go up the page and roast me, damn it. Just DM it to me so I can find it. Just DM it to me, am I right, boy, so I can find it. So we have the Thug Prince special. Fidget spinner attached, of course. Definitely HIV positive. Gold rattle can special. Gold rattle phone special. I think that's good. What do you guys think this would go for at a gun store? Do you guys think $199? Does this go up and down in value? That's my question. So if you see this in a used case, is it like $99 or is it like $250 or like $150? Like, does it go up or down? I think it, OG Empic 500 easy. True. Gen Z Redditor creation. Yeah, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those here. Let me find something of value for you guys real fast. Well, classic meme. All right. Just anytime you need to do an EDC check in the bathroom, You have your Foxtrot, or is that a SIG light on your Acro 19, or your Koa 19, the 19 Koa. Flexi grip tape, of course. Threaded barrel with nothing on it, just as you do. This is definitely a bathroom special. Joshua, that's Josh's. Yeah, a bathroom special 19 Koa. Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. You could do worse, I guess. Krogs. Krogs posted a good one here. So I mean, this is this also a Centurion rail? Front Zeit block, flip down, primary arms 1 to 6 ACSS, ASR muzzle device, Magpul stock. It's clean. It's a clean, simple rifle. This isn't even like, I can't really complain about this one. It's got the handguard. It's got the tube. It's got the LPVO. Flip up iron sights. It's nice. This is actually nice. The M4 headshotter build. This is nice. This is nice, right? Yeah, you guys like it. Everybody in chat is liking this. This is nice. Actually, dude, no negativity? Damn, you guys are crazy, dude. Somebody make fun of it quick. You can hear the prong ringing. True. But no, that is clean looking build, all right? So for once, a non-cringe AR, dude. And that's Krogs. Thanks, Krogs. I saw that when you posted it, and I was like, oh, perfect. A normal man. Right. What the heck? What are we even looking at here? Is a Car 98 with a side mounted 3-9? It's kind of hard to tell real fast. Let me zoom in on this thing. I don't know. I don't think this guy's getting into Agartha. Mosin, yeah, a Mosin with a sniper bolt. Yeah, it has the bent bolt. I don't know if that's special or if that's done. Lon Harichi wanted for murder based. That's a Mosin. Dude, I don't know. Okay, listen, if it came out before I was born, I don't care. And I was born yesterday, dude. So pass, garbage rod, true. All right, we're gonna give this a couple more minutes. Maybe we'll try and find something more entertaining, and we're gonna get through you guys' super chats just for the heck of it. We already looked at a PTR. Okay, well, actually, do we have any augers in the chat? Okay, because I'm actually going to defend this build a little bit. So we technically have access to our lights and lasers via a VFG foregrip, which is not the most ergonomic way. It is not the most foolproof way, of course, but it is an AUG, so we got to make do. But I actually like the optic stack. So we have a primary arms 5X prism on a relatively low mount so that it's clean, and you get good cheek weld on that. And then we have a EPS on top. So this is actually a relatively clean AUG build. Autism. Yeah, augers are weird dudes. Moonman loves it. F99 AUG. Well, Coco is a certified auger, okay? He is a AUG defender, AUG maxer, autism. So this kind of does all of the things that you need it to do. Again, the ergonomics with the lights and lasers, not my favorite, but if you're an auger, you learn to make do. Yeah. AUG without Stanag mags, GTFO. It's interesting. Yeah. He for sure has a cat. Well, you're not wrong. All right, let's see here. We got to have something else good. I'm not putting that on screen, you retard. My gosh. Unbelievable. That's why I thought better of it, and I had to pull it off so that I don't get myself taken down. You retards. Oh, okay. We want another one, dude? This is Desert Jew, or XDR, right? Desert Tech MDR. So we have a chassis that doesn't hold, or a handguard that doesn't hold 0. That's very nice. I kind of like the paint job. Paint job and sling match very well. We have a Romeo 4 T Pro with a Vortex mini magnifier, or the Trijicon mini magnifier. It looks relatively nice. Offset light, angled foregrip. The gun is gay. The carpet is that carpet or a table? If that's carpet or a tablecloth, that's trippy. But I do like the paint job. I think the paint job gets some points It's simple. It's kind of, it looks okay. Is this made out of wood? It looks like it's made out of wood. That's the Vortex Micro. Yeah. Slightly acceptable. Find it acceptable. It's all right. It's all right. Bullpups suck. Wait, a Vortex? Yeah, I think that's a Vortex Mini Magnifier, which is actually decent. I've on the Vortex Mini Magnifier before. Looks very decent. Paint job is nice. Yeah, I think the colors, like, it's for camouflage, it looks good. It's not like clean, like, oh, I have to have this. What are you doing, Shep? Oh my gosh. All right. Do you actually carry this thing, dude? This isn't like horrifying, but I like how you shoved all of your fingers into the trigger guard. PO9 Nocturne, right? So polymer frame, double single action, TLR1HL, 407 comp. I've heard that these have problems though. It's not horrifying. Your hands are horrifying, but the gun's fine. Your hands are horrifying. The gun is fine. Child hands, dude. Did he get a child to hold it, dude? What is this? Those are not your actual hands, right? That's, although maybe it's a meme because that's how heavy the double action trigger is, and so you have to get all 4 fingers on it to actually grip that thing. Shepard only fists. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Moving on from the CZ cringe to different cringe. Well, that's not Matt Dank. You can't just screenshot. You got to post your own, dude. Jeez. My fighting garbage rod. No, dude. No, dude. Look at this. Look at this. All right, so we have a Streamlight HLX something or other light out front. That's fine. A2 front sight block. A2 flash hider. Cringe. Okay. We have a BCM handguard. If that's an at PLC, that's a terrible lamb. If it's a full power PEC, it's still a terrible lamb. If it's a Somo gear, it's the worst lamb of all time. Hooked up to one of those cool dual switches with the forward-facing vertical grip, which is like, all right. But the worst part is behind it. So you have a Skyscraper Primary Arms MD25, and then nestled just underneath it is a Daniel Defense rear sight, which is it a see-through mount so you can see your iron sights through the magnifier, which is of course it's a flip to center magnifier. I actually hate this. And then it's a freaking you went off and on with all of the colors like a checkmate, dude. Black and gold, like we're playing chess on your handguard, dude. Oh, is it the Radiant Lower? The Radiant Lower is nice. Okay, that's very nice. You know, the furniture seems fine for the most part, but man, you really went with a Primary Arms MD25 over all of the other available options. Skyscraper with a iron sight nestled underneath. This is why red flag laws exist. True, dude. True. Wow. I don't know, man. I'm going to say no. No, we're getting rid of that lamb. We're getting rid of that iron sight. We're getting rid of the Skyscraper mount, the flip to center, the Primary Arms is off there. It's gone, and we're getting real stuff thrown on there, okay? And we're even saving money, too. No, somebody's got to steal that guy's credit card. Get rid of that guy's credit card now. He needs to be done. Somebody pissing on their rifle. Very, very tasteful. Oh, dude, here we go. It's only funny because it's Miku. So we have Cat and we have Miku hand sticker on your lanyard. That's cute. I don't even know what gun that is. I don't even care, but it's cute. I think that's my mouse too. All right. Well, Omai's always got something. So, oh, did you really? No way, dude. Is that a sticker? Or did Badlands actually make that box of ammo? So we got a Beretta of some sort. Again, I'm not a Beretta fanboy or fag or whatever you want to call it. But it looks nice, looks clean. I kind of like the look of the grips. It doesn't look aggressive enough for me, but it looks like nice. And the Badlands White Foss Baja Blasters. 880 FPS out of those 147. So I bet they're pretty soft. And of course, the degenerate anime bunny on it. All right. Fair enough. Oh my. I mean, honestly, I didn't expect better or worse, to be fair. What else did you slap on here? We've seen this one before. You got a decent rifle with that Spike Squad, which is really lightweight because they took out like all the connective tissue, T2 and an EOTech mag. It's fine. Fine. Oh, wait. No, what's that mag? I just noticed. All right. That's not as bad as it could have been. That's fine. Not fine, but like acceptable, right? If I see that on the range, I don't kick you out. And then a nice bolt gun. I don't know what this is. I hope it's nice. I hope you like it. It looks more professional than everything else that you own. Oh my. So hope that looks okay. Oh my does in fact dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Many such cases. Dude, some of these actually do look too good, and so I'm like, I can't roast this. It looks good, you know. It's like somebody's throwing off their bolt gun with all the cool stuff on it, and I'm like, you know, nice. But what about this one? So I imagine this is some sort of thermal unit sitting in front of a NX8 on a Fat Boy barreled 308 6.5 Creedmoor. This has to be a hunting setup of some sort. Like, this is for hogs, right? And not the type of women you date. This is for like hogs or coyotes or something, right? Because we get a low power optic on it so that it can interface with the thermal. It's, you know, it's an appropriate caliber. It's super heavy. It's interesting, but yeah, what a novel setup. What a novel setup. I mean, it looks like you have an application for this, like you actually do something with it, and you have a professional looking helmet setup, you know, that has all the stuff on it in the appropriate places. So, I mean, yeah, it looks like you have it looks funky, but it looks like you have an application or a thought process behind it. That is for hogs of any type. True. All right, 2 more minutes. We'll see what else we can get here real fast. Who is this? Oh, Sugar Bee. Okay. Sugar Bee Apples has one of those old frame mounted Hollow Suns, not even a T2 on a Gen 3 dog. It's a 17 Gen 3, which is the best 17, of course. TLR1HL frame mounted. This is actually an open gun. Believe it or not, this is a open USPSA gun. And what else did you put in here? You actually put a real open gun. Here we have a real open gun. Now, this is a Cringe boomer maxing open gun based off of a Tangfolio or something or other with like a 9-port comp on the end for your 9mm major so it doesn't hurt your hands. Wow. Wacky stuff. And then you have like one. Oh, no. I hope this is 300 blackout, but there's also a part of me that is like, I hope it's 5.56. I hope this is an 8-inch 5.56. Your hearing damage. Your hearing damage must be fun. Spaz, no plans, average mag. Well, oh, it looks fine. Fine little rifle. I'm going to try and skim through some of this stuff relatively quickly. I don't care. Not another CZP09. What? This just looks wrong. The lines are all off. That looks horrifying. 8.3 300 blackout. Okay, cool. 8.3 300 blackout. That's something, right? Quad rail based. Sheezer's got to throw up what? A Magpul PRS stock to AK side folder adapter. HM3X behind a 5.53 with a pursed and a Surefire vamp up front on a carbon fiber handguard made by Hawkeye Penny, made by Raiders Arms. Sheezer. Yeah, this is very oxide coated. That's good. Yeah, Jimmy, you're right. This is oxide coated. Very, very oxide coated, dude. Let's see. No, I'm not going to Reddit. Oh, hey, lots of stuff on there, dogs. Not in that way, but yeah. What am I looking at? Okay, so we got the Trinity on the front. Okay, we got a BRN 4. I want to say, which is like decent, you know, if you want an HK or 416 clone. Hopefully that's an A5 system on the back. Looks like we got a bad lever inside. We have a TA02 with a top-mounted ARO that is taller than the Empire State. That optic setup is giving me AIDS. That's a Trinity up front. Yeah, CSMS Trinity up front. So, but that optic setup is giving me AIDS. You can put a regular size dot on that. Put an EPS carry or something like half that size, bro. Half that size. That's going to be way better. Wild. No, Chud. No. No, it's a 30. No, look at it gets worse. 34 slide on a 19 frame cut down to a 26 grip. No. This is that meme, the stupid, what's the show Walking Dead, where it's like, no, Carl, no. Oh, Sean, damn. No, like mom got you masturbating. Damn. Chud has monster hands, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know if those are monster hands. Test the mouthfeel. Yeah, dude. Big nose, bulbous gun, dog. What? I should have quit minutes ago. Okay, another Gep. Thank you for the codes. Everybody in chat, thank Gep for the codes he's so kindly giving out. But another high point played out. Okay, that's not degenerate. I was stop. See, okay, here we go. Appropriate. Geisley Super Duty, mega based. Okay, EPS on top. Fantastic. We're golden so far. Super Duty upper on a whatever lower this is. I'm not sure. Hope it's fine. And we got a Huxworks out front. That's a light on the other side. We have a sling. Boom. We have a real gun, which I think this is a 14.5, I had to guess. Well, no, we got Hugo in the other room. So, yeah. No, Art, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. You know, the brace on the back, the SBA 5 is perfect as a stock / brace. So, big win there. I don't know what the lower is, but yeah, Super Duty upper, TA02, EPS on top. And you can put on a flow-through can if you want a flow-through can. So, PMR 30 done up like a like one of those chassis guns. So you have a little mag holder in front with a little 22 can on it. Not bad. Sig Romeo 5 on top, if I remember correctly. Another one of the old school drippy. We'll end on this one. This is a classic, dude. We have the Discord Mark 18, bro. So to everybody else who put one in here, I'm sorry. We got to call it off at some point. A Discord Mark 18. The appropriate iron sights, are those the CACs? Are those the CAC iron sights? Those look appropriate. We have the ancient EOTech, kind of neat. All right. Mil-spec lower, A1 grip. Very nice. The stippled A1 grip. Broom handle with a tape switch mounted on it and a RC2 out front with the incandescent Surefire. I think that is, the 553. Yeah. No, it's not a 512. That's a 553, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, no, that's actually a based quad Mark 18. Go at Lightspore. You're nice. Why we'll go a little bit further. Let me find Lightspore. Weekend Gunner got some cool stuff. Lance also super cool. Maker of this one-off shirt, which will be featured in a lot of SHOT Show videos, so you should go check it out. Dildo Faggins, great name. Where's Lightsport? There. Oh, what? You wanted me to go further to flex your G19, dude? It's nice. It's all right. You really wanted me to? Really? That's it? All right. I mean, it looks nice. You got a G19 with an arm bro. Like, that's good. You and everybody else. It's like, or maybe you wanted me to check out this. Okay, so here we go. Another Mark 18. You'll never find another rifle like me. Looks inside. It's another Mark 18. So this is a SBR. Okay, cool. We have the Daniel Defense 10.5 or 10.3 upper. This is an EOTech 512. Surefire HLX on the side, and I forget the name of that can, but that is, yeah, it's another Mark 18. Not quite as cloney as the other one, but the 512 is definitely a better optic. Streamlight is a better light as well. So if I had to pick one to actually use, it would be this one. Yeah, Mark 18. I'm going to scroll quickly because now I'm having fun now. So now it's like I actually want to keep going for hours, but we have people out, so I can't do that. What the heck is this? Oh, LaRue, Marky Mark with another Trinity, Polonium K. I think that's a Streamlight on the other side with a MRO. Tragic. Green buffer tube. What the heck buffer tube is this, dude? What are you doing? What else do we got here? We got anything nice. Oh, he's got a fever. I'm sorry, Taylor. I hope I don't catch a fever. What the? Smith and is this one of those old Target 22s? Wild. Why is it so long and comped for a 22? All right. All right. Okay. Is that a green arrow buffer tube? Green arrow, lost arrow, SPR, DMR. See, some of these are too generic. Like, it's good, okay, but it's generic. PLXC, based on a Super Duty, based on a HK lower. What are you doing? Based. Based. Actually, cringe. Oh, here we go. All right. Drippy Scar with that cool rail. Although, no, I do have to say no, because you do not need all of this rail space for a EOTech on a magnifier when you literally have nothing on the rail. So that's actually cringe, because you added a ton of weight, made it even more front heavy. You raised up a EOTech when you have a cheek weld that falls off on the ACR stock, which is a better stock. So this is actually a no. The Scar is a cringe. Scar's a cringe. The Super Duty, though, Mega Based Super Duty, very usable. Has a light on there. Is that the mod light? Yeah, that's based. That's a cringe Scar, but your Super Duty is based. Taylor, I hope you're feeling better, man. That sucks to be. Oh, is that it? Oh, hey, I actually caught up. Wow, okay. Based rifle. Sick. Actually caught up to everything. So that means we can end it now. And by end it, I mean, of course, go through your super chats. MRI Boy for 2 says later and gayer than deforced lefty boomer Karens. Later than a lady trying to show up at a protest with her significant other. Later than, certain gun tube individuals and their alimony payments. There's lots of jokes that could be made there for sure. All right. Thank you, Amorite Boy. Appreciate you, sir. Let me go ahead, and there's one thing I want to pull up here really fast. I do want to say that the drama here with the Forgotten Weapons and BSD, very funny. Very, very funny. So I forgot to pull this up earlier, but Forgotten Weapons made this post. Roswell Rifleworks is making an accurate SR3M clone in 9x39. Very excited to see this project progressing the right way. No folding paper involved and no meth either. Taking a shot at, of course, BSD for their pre-ordered thingamajig for the 9x39 things. It's not my thing, right? It's not for me. I hope it works, but it's not my thing. Sabartic Cycle for 5 says, was going to shot to look at gimmicks even worth it? Do you feel gayer because of it? Hanging out with people was fun. Like actually meeting people, actually talking to people. That was fun. We do stuff every night. Going to a few of the private events, with people is super cool. The cringe is there for sure. Do not get it twisted. There is cringe to be had. Todd Dogs for 2 says, it was peak FDE / nothing new. Rare Breed was great. Rare Breed getting kicked out, a knife fight in the lobby, dude. Stuff was happening. Thank you, Todd Dogs. Polly B for 5 says, Milo Yiannopoulos is green with envy how late and especially gay this stream is. I was over 10 minutes late. I do apologize for that. Thank you, Polly B. Tuss the 3rd for 5 says, I canceled the bonding session with my uncle for this stream. Better be good. I hope it was everything you desired, Tusk. And if not, your uncle will be there to fill that hole in your body where we didn't. Zorp says, John, stop tongue punching Nathan's throat and start. Zorp, you're just jealous because you weren't here. True. Truth nuke. Amroy Boy for 2 says, my wife sent me out in negative 30 degree temp for candy. Your ex-wife. I said, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But no, that's brutal, dude. That's like when you're courting and they make you do something like over the top and aggressive to like, you know, woo them. It's like you have to keep doing that while you're married, bro. Wild. Thank you, Amroy Boy. I hope you survived with most of your fingers intact. Relentless Revolver for 5 says, thanks for the Geisley code. You a real nibba, John. Thank you very much. Thank you, Relentless. Appreciate you, sir. I'm glad to help, guys. Vandalay for 2 says, Geisley remains mega based. Again, for those of you who weren't here earlier, I have this many Geisley codes to give away. So you have to message me, email me, DM me, whatever it might be, and I will get you one until I run out. I have a lot. I have more codes than there's people here, and there's 500 of you, not including, you know, Rumble and whatever else is out there. So thank you, Art Vandalay. Appreciate you, sir. Chud for 2 says, how do I get the hoodie? I got the rest of the codes. I guess I get the rest of the codes. No. You gotta beg Lance and give him like $1,000. Go to weekendgunner.com and give him $1,000. Amorite Boy for 2 says, no bad, John. No bad. John, no T97. T97 and her husband were very nice. They were very pleasant to hang out with. They invited us to, well, they asked if we were going to one of the ranges tonight, but the people that were putting it on were already gone, so not happening. Modern Frontier Project for 5 says, watching Damien weld and listen to the stream. Why do my eyes feel like sandpaper? Yeah, well, it's a little dry out there. You know, sometimes when you're welding in an enclosed space, things just go sideways, right? Carver says, comments on MNP vid are insane, very sensitive. Oh, were they upset? Maybe I should check that real fast. I'm actually curious now. Now that you bring it up, were they upset at that video on Focus Clips or on Gun.Deals? Drainpipe for 5 says, triple OG for the codes. Thanks for hooking us. Pours up anytime, dude. I hope it saves you guys a lot. Like, legitimately, it should save you guys thousands and thousands. Rubicon T5X for 20 says, appreciate you doing the Lord's work at SHOT Show 2026. Awesome content. Well, hey, it's because of people like you and my boss allowing me to come out here and do this. And I say boss, it's really my coworker. It's Steven for Gun.Deals, and me and him, we hang out and do all the stuff here for that. So it's a very good time. Thank you, sir, though. I appreciate it very much. $20 is mega based, and you get Candace.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so...
Yeah, very scary. Thank you, Ruben. And right boy says, minus 51 in Wisconsin this morning, and I still went to work. When I left, it was 5 degrees in South Dakota. When I get back, it's going to be negative 5 degrees or something. So not that bad. Not that bad, but yeah, Godspeed out there, sirs. RBL for 2 says, how do I join the Discord? I've dropped the link twice, and this was like 2 hours ago. So I've dropped the link 2 or 3 times in the chat. If you need it again, let me know and I can drop it. Or just email me or DM me, because I also send it out there. Modern Frontier Project for 2 says, we have 3 scars and they all suck. Well, maybe you need to buy the new and improved scar to get the scar to do what the scar was supposed to do, but they didn't do 20 years ago. Fun fact. Thank you, Modern Frontier Project. Spencer Porter for 5 says, who was in the middle of the Eiffel Tower last night? That's I'm under NDA for that. That's very inappropriate in this mixed company. Little booty fart, 40-pound delivery. Open it. 40-pound box of rape. 40-pound box of rape. 40-pound box of rape, don't open it. Definitely not Dale for 5 says, did Surefire or anyone else mention the iCar or a gun that will use the iCar mags? I forget if the mixtape was actually there, but if so, that's the only one off the top of the mind that was there. So Streamlight actually did come out with a dual white light IR headlight, which is kind of neat. It looks funky, so hopefully that's all right. So I will probably buy one of those later in the year. Chris Bennett for 5 says, how many Chinese national did you see openly stealing designs at SHOT Show? So the downstairs area in SHOT Show, the Venetian level 1 is the ghetto. That's where they put all the Chinese optical manufacturers. And yeah, it happens. Chris Benefit 2 says, did you see the Turkish Spaz 12? We did. We went and took a look at that, and it was just fine. It was if it comes to market, it feels better than a real Spaz, which is not saying very much. But if it comes to market and actually works, then mega based. And if not, well, it's not any better or worse than the other Spaz 12 on the market. All right, over on Ko-Fi. Polly B for, oh my gosh, Polly B for $50 on Ko-Fi.
You get to hide those piggies. What's wrong with you, Jake? Why are you so scared?
Shut the fuck up, man.
For $50, says Happy Shit Show. 2026 had a hectic week, including my fridge compressor committing Sudoku. All right. Looking forward to my weekend being ruined by this ice storm in Texas. Well, stay safe and warm out there, dude. Also, hopefully you have a generator. Taking down the grid. Texas is literally California with lower taxes and dots instead of feathers. Yeah, and you are soon to be going the way of California, unfortunately. All it takes is a slight majority and your town is over. Well, Paulie, save that money for some generator and some electricity because you are going to need it, sir. But thank you very much. That is insanely generous of you, sir. Godspeed out there. Subarctic Noticer says, who's in the Discord now? This guy. Parasocial relationship growing rapidly. John and I are besties. True. Dude, well, I had a lot of people from the Discord this week come up and say hi, say that they love the show. I had a lot of people from a lot of different booths say that they love the show. A lot of people in places you may not suspect say that they really enjoyed the work that we do. So I am thankful to all of you for allowing me to continue to do that. Tarke over on Ko-Fi says, glad you survived the convention, John. Now to keep pumping the vitamin C and elderberry to keep the crud at bay. I'm surprised the first modular Glock-style PDW came from PSA and isn't for the RXM chassis. Well, it takes the same RXM fire control unit. But yeah, it's PSA did it first. PSA does have the ability to demo stuff very quickly, but they haven't brought it to market yet. So there is still time for them not to be the first ones to do it. Keep that in mind. It is possible for them to still screw it up somehow. Do not put it past them to somehow screw it up, all right? Thank you, Tarke, for the 10. That is insanely generous of you. Lena Mitchellix North Starfish for 3 says, if Vortex can get it together for a Gen 3 Huey, EOTech is going to become irrelevant and overpriced. Now would be the time. Now that EOTech has gone even more expensive with less features, now would be the time to swoop in with something new. Subarctic Psycho for $10 says, boring, stupid convention, stupid dum-dum innovations. Oh, we crossed a Glock with a 2011 and gave it AIDS. Well, that comes later, literally. Oh, we made a can. Oh, yeah? F you, dickheads. Subarctic Psycho loves SHOT Show. SHOT Show drama is his thing, baby. I know half the people are like, products? You gay. You're a drama stream. You don't talk about products. Geonosian says, John, did you get a room at Circus Circus? Because WTF. I mean, I'm in the middle of Henderson right now, so no, I certainly hope not. But in terms of the quality of guests I have, very circusy. And then RDF says, excited to meet you at the show in the booth. Thanks for taking the time, and please reach out if you need something. RDF, thank you very much, so sir. I really appreciate that. Although I don't know who RDF is, so RDF again. There's lots of people that I met and reached, and RDF is that. The logo is so small that I can't read it. So RDF, could you message me? Now, which one are you, RDF? Message me which one you actually are, because again, that's like, I don't know specifically which one you were. So apologies. All right. Back to YouTube. Thank you to everybody on Ko-Fi. You guys are wonderful. Moonman, member for 7 months, says, I will rob you of that hoodie at Minecraft Point. $10,000. $10,000. That's never going to happen. Thank you, Moonman. Appreciate you, man. Modern Frontier Project says, more than you can afford, pal. Ferrari. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's not for me. It's not for my audience. But for people out there who are looking at Atlases, it's another option, right? Thank you, MFP. Vandalay for 5 says, Focus says a lot of things, but I can always count on him to say la vie. Sorry, no, it's CS la vie? VI? Vi? Thank you, Vandalay. Everyday American for 5 says, I know it's FUD gun stuff, but I did really like all the 1911 stuff that was shown off. The Springfield 10-8 and the Nighthawk stuff was cool. I'm sure it's like fine for people like, but again, it's like Milsurp stuff, right? I don't care about the Milsurp stuff, so I don't even stop by the booths. But if you're into that, good. I'm happy that you're happy, right? I'm not going to rain on your parade. If you like cheap stuff, cool. If you like 1911s, cool. If you like, Milsurp stuff or foreign imports, cool. All cool. Hilter Lover 1488, remember for 3 months, says, do I drink 15 drinks tonight or stare at the Glock 17 for hours? Well, listen, Hilter Lover 1488, you don't need to do either of those things because you can open up a Bible and you can get a lot of read Proverbs. That's what I would recommend. The first 5 chapters in Proverbs take you about 15, 25 minutes. It'll be a lot better for you than either of those. You'll feel better afterwards too. Proverbs 1 through 5, chapters 1 through 5. Chris Bennett for 2 says, what were you most interested in all of SHOT? Going in, there wasn't a whole lot that I was like, I gotta go check this out, right? In terms of products themselves, like I'm excited to go shoot the Zermatt. But yeah, what else? I mean, the Praetorian, but I'm never gonna get my hands on that. Like in reality, even though I did get my hands on it, but I'm never gonna actually own one or shoot one unless I get invited out to like some crazy Beretta thing. Which probably is not going to happen. There's some other cool stuff, but it was pretty laid back. It was a very dry year, Chris. Thank you, sir. Moonman for 5 says, PKM and that Beretta thing were the only cool things. Detractors will be introduced to the underside of a moving bus. Fair enough, Moonman. Moonman loves the death by bus or the tripping by bus or something like that. He's very bus focused. I thought he was train focused personally, although maybe death by train is too brown coded, too Indian coded. Huge ass for 5 says, I yearn for the Praetorian. We all do. But I just don't think it's going to happen. It would be really cool if it did, but I'm just not sure if that's going to be a thing. Thank you, Huge ass. Definitely notable G, not Dale G, says for 5. Thoughts on the Steyr P226 clones? I didn't know they were making P226 clones. Were they at SHOT or did they just announce it? I don't even know if I remember seeing their booth. So if they're good, like P226s are good. So like, fine. Okay. I don't know if good is a strong word. Okay. But 226s can be cool. I there's some that I like out there. So if Steyr makes a good one, I'm happy for more good things out there. Thank you. Definitely noted, not G, Dale G. Jesus is my Shaboy's goy. Shabo. Is it Shabo's goy or Shabaz's goy? For 5 says, what are you gentlemen planning on doing with that spoon? That is my my energy drink in a spoon. Zanico for 5 says, have you guys dry fired today? We dry fire every single day, good sir. Every single day. Dry, wet, cold, dark, sad, happy, all of it, baby. Thank you, Zanico. Appreciate you, sir. Dick's Beater for 2 says, as an HK fan, SHOT sucked. What is their future? Well, they already announced the MR556A4 like 6 months ago. So, I mean, they kind of undercut their own SHOT Show release. I think that's not super hot, which is kind of lame. They don't make any modern handguns that are particularly good or compelling. They don't make any modern rifles for the average person, right? They just kind of have bougie high-end stuff. I'm sure their stuff is fine. Like I know people who talk really well about the 416 and 417, even though I don't particularly like them. But as a future, they got to do something. Got to do something. I mean, they're kind of like Aimpoint. What has Aimpoint done in the last decade? Other than come out with like the Acro, which is like almost immediately usurped by the P2, which was then almost immediately usurped by the Koa, which then immediately got pulled from the civilian market. And then the Aimpoint Duty, which is like actually duty, right? Thank you, Dick Peter. Oh my. For 2 says, did you look at the Spur upper? I did not. Are they making a complete upper or are they making something else? Or are they making like just like a upper receiver? Thank you, Omai, for 2. I can look into that later. Chris Bennett for 5 says, thoughts on the Daewoo products. Do you think they will ever actually release? People have been talking about them, looking at them, contemplating them, listening to them make promises for the last couple years that I've been at SHOT Show, at least, maybe before, right? I'm not sure. I'm not deep into all of the lore of it all, but maybe you can hope. You can be on that hopium if you want. I mean, again, it's like I recognize that people think that the Daewoo is cool. I recognize that people think that these are good guns, that they want them. Yeah. Say lovey. Strapped LV Style for 5 says, I was not at SHOT Show 2026, but from the reports, looks like not much of anything was released. Is that what you guys have seen? Yeah, it's not super hot. It wasn't a hot show. You know, there are a couple cool things for sure, but it wasn't a super hot show. Thanks, Strapped. Judd for 2 says, mine are in, John. Mine are in. Oh, I don't know how I'm supposed to take that. And my boy for 2 says, John, you go up the page and roast me. Damn it. I did. I went through all of it, dude. Thank you, my boy. Strapped W Style for 2 says a lot of dumb shit released in SHOT Show 2026. That's kind of how it goes. That be kind of how it are sometimes. Lightsport for 2 says, hello, Reddit twinks. Fair enough. Thank you. Yeah. The Reddit. I need to check that Reddit. Maybe we should go read that Reddit real fast. What am I looking for? It's going to be like, what should I even type in? It should be like focus trip, Reddit, cringe. Ambient arms. I'm going to move this over here as all my codes fall over. All right. Fair enough. But I like how I have several threads on Reddit for some reason. Reddit ambient arms. Is it on the NFA? Reddit. Focus trip. Let's see, because that could be fun. Okay, here we go. Actually, should we just read this instead? Let's see. So the Focus Trip gang spills the beans about how Pew Science is a shill who only does good reviews on paid products. I, too, can make accusations on the internet. Shockingly, anyone can. This is one of those posts. I don't know if I should upvote or downvote because everyone involved is a raging narcissist. True. We at Pew Science, kick dogs, take candy from crying babies, litter on the highway. Blah. Oh, is that actually Jay? That's funny. Work for Pew Science. True. This whole squad only exists off of creating drama. All right. They're the stinky chode of GunTube. Fair enough. I doubt that they are spilling any beans or trying to get clicks on a dying channel. Dying channel, dude. Whoa. All right. Fair enough. I mean, my, reach and engagement, views, finances have never been better. But if that's dying to you, fair enough. Popcorn, good. I don't know what to make of this. The people that hate on Jay and Pew confuse me. He's one of the main reasons the silencers have progressed for the last couple of years. No. No. It's people doing like the actual work of development, not like here number pressure chart. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. People pay this dweeb to answer questions. True. Focus Trip is a whiny little biatch, biggest crybaby in the gun sphere. Also true. The guy with the cringe AI thumbnails. None of my thumbnails are AI. I have never used AI thumbnails. That is just a bald-faced lie. Drama. Always true. Teach a cat. So you kind of guess them, try them together. Let the man know. After they want to take him seriously anymore. Fair. Who? True. Oh, really? The guy that does this face every 2 minutes after playing the most white bread cringe Discord soundboard? Oh, yeah. Nah, dude. What? Unbelievable, dude. Focus Trip, never heard of her. Fair enough. Dude, Reddit, not happy with me. Which is a pretty good sign, right? Fair enough, Reddit. Thank you, my boy. Frog Commander for 10 says, thanks for entertaining me while I'm at work. First time catching you live. Well, Frogman Commander, I hope that you had a wonderful time at work. I hope you're still having a wonderful time at work or off work, enjoying your drive home, enjoying some time with family. Chromosome Hoarder 6927 for 10 says, John has been replaced by a clone. What the heck is that PFP? A Bush Light and a... What is that? Thank you, Chromosome Hoarder. Chromosome Hoarder for 2 says, has a chance to have Hop on in person. ... Dude, Hop is so busy, dude. Like, they have other things to do. They have real friends to hang out with, real people to enjoy their company of, not people like me, which is completely fine, right? Met at SHOT Show, got a hug, chatted for a few minutes. So be it, right? That's enough till next year. Thank you, Chromosome Order. Hope you have a wonderful time. Moonman for 2 says, oh my, does in fact dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Yeah, there were signs. Chromosome Hoarder for $50. 50 says, when your community has better guns than you. True. And Chromosome Order. Lightsport for 2 says, Reddit users, what's your bench and mile time? Actually, benching is scientifically not an efficient use of your time for lifting. So, like, you would know that if you had read my blog post. Thank you, Lightsport. I appreciate it. What is a mile time? Moonman for 5 says, when Sugar Bee Apple says she's actually 1,000 years old, I listen and believe. See, I think the anime thing is funny. I think the Miku thing is funny, right? As a man who's never finished an anime, yeah, I think it's funny. I just think it's funny. Thank you, Moonman. Chud for 2 says, check the ARs in that post, LMFAO. Well, I can't go back now. It's been too long, okay? Which has never been said to me before, but thank you, Chud. Appreciate that. Moonman for 5 says, I want to see the guns of Discord more. Also, am I retarded because I don't see any of these posts in Discord? They're in the SHOT Show Expo. I tagged literally everyone, Moonman. Do you not read your notifications, Moonman? All right. Although, I mean, you did ask if you're retarded because they're in the SHOT Show Expo. So thank you, Moonman. Far Too Crazy for 2 says, no way he called my build basic, dude. Getting roasted, dude. Getting roasted. I got something for you here. Don't worry, dude. Lightsport for $20. Insanely based. Damn son says, also, I missed like all the SHOT Show lives, but I'll make up for it now. Total Reddit death, run a mile, or do something athletic to flex on the Reddit users. Well, dude, we've walked like 100 miles. We ran across an 8-lane road the other day. That was fun to get to dinner. So very, very funny. Let me see. You deserve something though. How about this one, Lightsport? This is for missing all my live streams. I love that clip so much. Thank you, Lightsport. Strapped LB Style for 2 says, just say it. I invented logic. Say it.
I will not stop screaming until you admit I invented logic.
True. Thank you, Strapped LB Style. Well, see, Ben doesn't understand that logics are a universal category, which implies the transcendental argument, right? So, Strapped LB Style says, focus, what room are you staying in? This is an Airbnb, so there's like 4 rooms here. This is just mine. It's fine. Nothing special. This had a TV on the wall that was like close that I could use as a second monitor, laptop, TV. So it's a huge TV. So I'm like looking at all this stuff. Thank you, Strapped LB Style. Chud for 5 says, in a serious note, I'm asking for prayers, Trent. Just found out that Grandpa has pancreatic cancer. Please keep him in your prayers and God bless. Well, God bless to you. Godspeed to you and to your grandfather. I'm very sorry to hear that, Chud. And it's not a fun thing to go through. And I'll be praying for you and your grandpa. I mean, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I hope that things get better. Hope the diagnosis is not bad. So thank you, Chud. Moonman for 2 says, Redditors will test the Indian juggernaut theory. It's more of a confirmed fact at this point. Let's be real. My car for 2 says, did you like the irregular defense camo pattern? Yeah, the new one that they have out. I thought it looked fine. Like, I'm not like a camo nerd, but the ones that they show off, like it all looks good to me as long as it's not, like ACU or some of the other like nonsensical ones. Like some of them are just kind of memes, right? Black multicam is like drippy, but it's not all that useful for most people. It's good in like 2 places, kind of like ACU. Tarke for 5 says, Chromosome Hoarder, John has something better than a nice gun collection. That's true. I have a loving wife and family, and a bunch of people to talk to, and yeah. I do want to be fair though, or be real with you guys quickly. Before I turn it on and be fake again. It was a really good shot show. Hello, are we back? All right. My apologies. I disconnected the Ethernet cable from the laptop, so I turned off. I was about to go on a nice long monologue about how much I appreciate my audience and how good you guys are to me, how kind and generous you are, your suggestions, your help with everything. I mean, so I'll go and do that now. So I literally spent the week with two people from the Discord, Lost Arrow and Beast, and hung out with them, had a great time at SHOT Show. They were both incredibly helpful to me. I literally met them online through the Discord, and now we're hanging out at SHOT Show, making videos together and doing all of the other fun things, which was very, very kind of them and of you guys. So if you want to be part of the community, it's been a really good place. All the memes, all the jokes, all the toxicity aside, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you making it possible, whether it's just the lurkers, which are still mega based. I'm a lurker for 99% of people out there. For the people that donate, that support, that hang out, that ask questions, that post up in the Discord, that point me in the right direction of reviews, that send me stuff to check out, that maybe feed the drama a little bit. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are wonderful people. I pray for all of you, and I hope you all are doing quite well, especially those of you, if you ever need something, please feel free to reach out. Once again, the best thing I can do to you guys to give back is to hand out lots of G-Money discount codes. So other than that, gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back Monday, if I'm lucky, from SHOT Show. With all that out of the way, gentlemen, God bless and God